NIBIRU Planet X 2016 with Alex out in California, big part of the NIBIRU Planet X team.
Hell yeah.
How's it going, Alex?
It's going pretty good, my brother Scott. I mean, the only thing I gotta say is, motherfucker, it's getting cold over here.
Yeah, it's getting kind of cold here too, man. 22 degrees.
Hey, but you know what's kind of crazy? You know what's kind of crazy is that I've been noticing. I've been taking a look at the high call, the way our globe is right now. Hey, the way it looks like we're sliding, guy.
Actually, I just got a report from my guy in. Hold on one second, Alex. Hold on one second.
Well,
hold on, I'm checking something out right now, real quick. What am I doing? It's because you're on the wrong channel, Raven.
I went to your channel. I went to the NIBIRU News. There was nothing showing, so I went to your other channel. I checked both.
Just to watch the commercial. See what it says. All right, my brother. I think we got all the little technical difficulties taken care of.
We're off the way. All righty.
Yeah, Steve's going to be on probably in about 10 minutes. But was there something you want to screen share with me?
Yeah, man. I want to let you know that I'm gonna screen share with you right now. I've been tracking this object right here for quite a while, so share this with you so you can actually see what I've been seeing in our skies. And this is kind of weird, guy. I'm being honest right here. Let me see. This one here. I think this one's the one that I need to tell you about the Southwest Star. Okay. Excuse that, man. Excuse that. As you can see, look at that's the Southwest. That's not the Southwest Star. That's the new star that's in our system.
Okay. Yeah, I got a couple photographs like that from a few subscribers.
Okay, and if you're to see this right here, let me fast forward a little bit so you can see. So you can see the Southwest. This is the Southwest Star, guy. Look at the Southwest Star.
That looks like a planet.
That is a planet. It is a planet.
So we're just going to have to nickname that the new Southwest Planet.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's a planet to me, and not only that, you can say, look at there it is. That's the other star that was of interest, but I couldn't hold it right. But that's the star right there. You can take a look at it right there. That's the star in interest.
Now I had a subscriber send me a very good video 2 days ago, and he is using a video camera, and on his cell phone he has the Sky Map application, and that's the application that you could point to the sky. It shows you the planets where they're at right now in real time, the constellations, the stars, the satellites, and he videotapes the object in the southwest sky just before it gets dark. The sky is still kind of blue. You could see the object very, very high in the sky. He points his cell phone with the Sky Map application on it. It clearly shows Venus way, way lower, right above the horizon. And then when he raises the cell phone towards that object in the sky, it shows nothing. It reads no object that should be there. And that to me is solid evidence. Because when he turns the cell phone to the right and lowers the cell phone where Venus is, the moon now shows up off to the right and is clearly on the Sky Map application. So to me, that's definite that there is something there. It's not on the sky map chart. It's not on any star chart. And I'll be damned if someone's going to tell me that this object doesn't exist or that
Venus.
object is Venus, because it is clearly not Venus. 100% not
Well,
Venus.
If you take a look right now on your screen, what I'm sharing with you right now, can you see?
I could see it, brother.
Take a look at that object. Look in the middle of that object. You see that big hole that you've been seeing in
Oh,
images?
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you another one. This is what I had to do for me to do a little gamma ray for me to bring it all out on my little program that I have. You need to take a look. Look at it very carefully now. You know where that you know where that object's at right now?
Where is it?
It's in the south, and it's right there right in between our southwest star and the moon.
Okay.
That's the object I believe that's following the moon when it goes down.
Now there's a video that I was going to record and put out for everyone to see today. I caught it again on a webcam at Bondi Beach in Australia. I'm going to see if I could share this with you because I screen captured this this video. It was for today, December 9th, 2016. And what you're about to see scared me to death. I mean, I've been researching this for 13 years now. I've seen tens of thousands of pictures, thousands and thousands of video, but never have I captured or seen anything like this. And let me see if I can bring it up. This whole Google. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we do that, let me show you with one last video so you can actually see what I'm seeing by our moon. This is the object of interest, okay? If you can see that. Then you're gonna take a look right now as I zoom out. That's when I actually have it in regular. I don't have it in infrared right now. That's regular. So I'm letting you know. I'm gonna zoom out away from the moon. When I zoom out, when I zoom back in, I didn't state right there that I put it in infrared. Now take a look at this object now. Look where the moon's at. Now take a look at this object where it's coming from. And look at the way the color of now the way it moved, the way it changed. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not a planet, guy. That's a fucking planet.
Wow.
I caught that myself, dude. Myself. I've been tracking this for freaking a week already. And
Yeah,
I got like six videos of this.
Now, I've had a bunch of videos exactly similar to yours. I've looked at them very, very carefully. I have tried to match them up to Mars because Mars is visible in our sky right now, but there is absolutely no way that you're going to capture Mars on a regular, kind of mid-grade 35 millimeter camera. You're definitely not going to catch it real big and clear on a cell phone camera, as they call it, the 10-cent camera.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need a pretty high-powered, telescopic lens on a camera or a telescope. Okay, but if you're capturing that on your video camera, then you're capturing the same identical planet that a dozen people sent me video on in the past couple of days.
And this is a new star that's in our system now, a new star.
Well, that is a planet, because if you ever take a look at what an out of focus star looks like, it's not, it doesn't look like your video. It doesn't look like your video at all. Now, these other people, that the naysayers, they try to say, oh, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're looking at. Well, that's kind of crap, because before I get into anything that I'm unfamiliar with, I immediately try to educate myself to the best of my abilities on what I'm looking at. So I went ahead and I spent 10 hours on different astronomy websites, very credible ones, looking at stars that were photographed through cameras, video cameras, basic backyard telescopes, and then high-powered observatory telescopes. So I know what the difference of an out-of-focus star looks like. I know what they look like when they're taken, captured by, video cameras, cell phones, whatever. You know, so I'm really getting sick and tired of these idiots telling me that I don't know what I'm looking at, when in fact, I do know what I'm looking at. Now, I have hundreds of people that send me photographs every single day. They are photographs of the star Sirius, you know, other stars that they're capturing that they actually think are, you know, Nibiru or Planet X. And I tell them the truth. I email them back and I tell them exactly what they've photographed. And then, you know, they email me back and they're like, oh, okay, you know, what section of the sky should I be looking at? I tell them exactly. I tell them, listen, if you're using a cell phone, download the Compass app on your phone. That way, you know where you're standing on this earth. If you pull up the compass, face the southwest using the compass at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever, at least you'll get a bead on where the southwest is. But since I've done that over the past couple of weeks, we've all gotten very, very credible photographs in of what is being seen in the southwest region of the sky. So, you know, the trolls and the naysayers and the debunkers, they only have one rebuttal. They either say, well, maybe they have more than one rebuttal. They either say, oh, you know, that's Venus, or it's an out of focus star. Okay, you can't use the rebuttal, it's a lens flare anymore, unless we're taking photographs from Earth at the sun.
Yep.
And I'm so sick and tired of hearing this lens flare crap. You know, I know what the difference between a lens flare is. I know what these camera anomalies look like. I'm not stupid, but you know, they want you to think that you're stupid. They want all of your subscribers to think that you are basically in this for the money. You're in this for the advertising, and you're in this to deceive, lie, and cheat people.
Well, whoever's telling that about you is all lies, because from what I know you and know about you, you're not about money. To tell you the truth, you know, you're a man who doesn't need money. Second, I mean, you're here the same way like me and you. We're here to say the truth. We're not here to debunk everybody. I mean, to mislead or spread false lies about what's happening. No, we're actually saying the truth. That's the reason why these people are actually getting mad, because we're saying the truth. They want people to be, how you call, living a life that's supposed to be all, what do you call, like a dream. It's not no dream, let me tell you right now, because when you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna have a damn planet on top of your head, and you're gonna tell me, am I still in this dream or not? You know, come on.
Yeah, believe me. I mean, I have many days when I wake up and I want to throw in the towel, but you know, that passes by in a matter of minutes when I open up my eyes and I think about, you know, I think about this world. Yeah, you know, look, man, I'm not going to save the freaking world. I'm not Superman, you know, Batman, Robin, you know, but I'll be damned if, you know, if we're going to, you know, we're going to continue to be lied to when we do have very serious threats that are occurring all across our globe. I mean, let's just stop right now and let's take a look at what's happening with all of the earthquakes. Now, you know, I monitor these earthquakes on a daily basis, and I know that you do. I know that you do also, and it's a huge help. But let's just take a look at the last few days. They've had massive earthquakes across this globe, and you know, let's just thank God right now that, you know, there wasn't a tremendous mass loss of life. But eventually, we're not going to be so lucky. You know, we're not going to be so lucky. The earthquake off the coast of California, okay? If that would have been several hundred miles more inland and not on that fault line right at the base of the Cascadia, that would have been some catastrophic damage in the Ferndale, Eureka, California area. Am I not correct?
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
I mean that's pretty close to where you live, right?
Somewhere about, I'm almost about, like, I think about 2 hours away from there, but still,
yeah,
still close.
Yeah, so if that earthquake would have been inland, you would have felt that.
Oh yeah.
Now, I spoke with a gentleman today from Mexico. He actually works for a seismology office in Mexico City. He was so mad at how the USGS is not reporting the earthquakes along the western coast of his country, Mexico. He sent me a direct link to the website, which I can now go to, and I can now get real-time seismographic readings on earthquakes that are occurring in Mexico and Central America. We discussed the consistency of their readings and the readings given out by the USGS. They are so far apart, it is disgusting.
They downgrade everything, man.
Yes, they downgrade it, or they just flat out don't report it. There is a whole entire list of earthquakes over the past 14 days up and down the western coast of Mexico. I myself compared it to the USGS. They don't exist. Why is that? How is that?
BS. False.
I mean, I don't understand why you would want to do this to people.
What I don't understand too is why are they lying about all the earthquakes that are happening? I mean, when we started doing this together, I was showing you the earthquakes in the beginning. They were, what was it? Were there like 40,000 a year or something like that? And now all of a sudden they dropped down to 39. It's like, come on, man. It's not 39. There's not no 39,000 earthquakes that are happening now. I mean, shoot, right now we should at least be about 42,000 in the whole year right now. We should at least be there.
What's happening, Steve?
What's happening, Steve, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
All right, all right. So,
we are live with WSO, Steve Olson. What's cracking, baby?
Die.
Hey, I never say die. I say live.
Until they kill me, then I'll die.
Yeah, we were just.
No, you won't die. You won't die, brother. You still be alive, brother.
This is Alex and Steve. This is one of my team members. Alex, he's out in Central California. Does a lot of research work for me. But we were just.
Yeah, man, I'm a very, very big fan of yours too, Steve. Very big fan.
Oh gosh, and Scott and I we are two peas in a pod, man.
Hey, it don't matter, but you guys are the best. You guys are the best two peas in that pod right now.
Yeah, and we're also the most wanted.
Yeah, pretty much all over everywhere, man. And it's like, dang, why are you guys the most hated people on YouTube right now? Why? I noticed that. I noticed that right now. You guys are the most hated people on YouTube. You guys are the most people that they talk about a lot.
I know. And see, the thing of it is that all they're doing is promoting us. When they try to shut us down and things like that, it just increases our credibility.
Well, yeah, it does. You know, basically, you guys are saying the truth, and somebody out there doesn't like you guys saying the truth, so they got to do something to shut you guys up. You know, they come out with false. What is it? Infragments, whatever they supposedly you take somebody else's photo and you use it. Let me tell you one thing about that issue about somebody using someone else's photo. If I put a photo up here right now, that means I give you guys all the permission to use it, because you know why? That's what it's up there for. Anybody can take any photo they want and use it. I don't understand why they go there to make a big old issue about it. Just like Astro Boy that one day when you guys were on a Fight for Freedom. Oh, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna put a fragment. Go ahead, you little crybaby. That's all you are.
Yeah, just for privacy consideration, we're going to refer to him as Astro Boy. We're not even going to use his name because they've already issued a privacy guideline complaint to YouTube about my video that I did about Steve this morning. It has absolutely no merit. I've already sent a very long letter of explanation to the YouTube guideline policy department. They've already been in contact with me by email, and they've already assured me that within 48 hours, there will be no infraction. But let's just get right down into copyright.
All right.
I studied some copyright law whenever I was in college because it was mandatory for my course of study. Everybody knows by now that I worked in advertising for 22 years. I worked for one of the largest international advertising companies on this globe. So I know about copyright infringement. I know all about copyright law. Okay, it could be very vague at points, but you're not going to institute a lawsuit based on a photograph that you do not, repeat, you do not hold a copyright license, and your specific hot pixel photograph of outer space is not filed under your copyright license with the Copyright Office in Washington, D.C. Okay, so the application's $35. Fill it out, and every video, every movie, every music production, everything you do that you want covered under your copyright license must be submitted. So if you're, a big YouTube channel, or you're a musician or a videographer or photographer, then you're going to keep a lawyer pretty busy if you're staying busy. So the bottom line is YouTube has their own platform set up for copyright infringement. It's very, very flawed because people can utilize it to screw around with you, but eventually it doesn't work. And if you're going to go and submit false copyright claims, you're going to end up getting your YouTube channel completely deleted and disbanded from YouTube. So it is a very, very flawed system. They've done it to me. They've done it to me constantly. You know, I send the faxes to YouTube. I you know, go ahead and I rebut the copyright infringements, and they go straight away. I don't even have to wait for the 10 days.
No.
That YouTube
in fact, just for notice, the 2 copyright strikes that I was able to see, and the third one was probably the same Sechi bogus one, that was submitted the copyright strike and the name, which they used the name of the Office of Naval Intelligence. That same strike was sent against you for Sechi footage, wasn't it, Scott?
Yes, it was.
And that, guys, just so you know, that's completely bogus. You cannot copyright a Sechi image. That is public information.
Yes,
so
correct.
Not only are they filing a false copyright strike, they are violating federal law by impersonating a government agency.
That's a felony.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I wanted to talk about real quick while we're on that is they knew that they weren't going to be able to shut us down forever. I mean, if these are only temporary roadblocks and they take you down for 5 to 10 days or whatever it is, and they bring you back up again. And YouTube have a channel, so I think that they're giving me grace right now and giving me a little latitude to see what happens. But at the end of the day, why would they want to shut us down right now? Why now? Why not next month? Or why not? Because they didn't try to shut us down before. I've never gotten a copyright strike until the end of November. Got my first one on November 30th, or I'm sorry, November 18th. My second one on November 30th, and then my third one was the one that shut me down. Never before, not once.
Well, I think
Why is it now and not? Why didn't they try to do this when I had 20,000 subscribers?
You guys are getting so close to the truth that they realize that you guys are actually getting more believers. You guys are waking up a lot of people more and more. That's the reason why they're scared. So they have to do whatever they can right now to discredit you guys. You guys remember that.
Well, also, this all started with the alleged use of Astro Boy's space photograph with the hot pixel in it. Okay. So
That's not a legitimate copyright claim, and I also suspect that if I do have his photograph, that he sent it to me as a setup.
Well, they do it to me all the time. They sent me footage back when New Zealand had the earthquake. They had somebody send me a quick video clip of a small tsunami rolling inland here. I didn't research it because I didn't have a lot of time. Came with a long email attached to it. It was video information that was taken from YouTube from an earlier tsunami years before. I placed it in my video, and they had a field day with that little 15-second clip of this old tsunami. Now, whenever you're dealing with these emergency situations with these tsunamis and these earthquakes, I don't have hours to research a video, and I do have to trust in what's being sent to me. So now I've had to scrutinize every little thing that's being sent because they will try to set you up.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
And here's the thing that just confuses me about it is, why would you let your life become dedicated to destroying or hurting someone else? I just don't get it. I don't try to hurt anybody. I don't try to discredit anybody. I keep an open mind. I listen to all points of view. I would even listen to Daz if he wasn't, or any of those other guys, right? I would really have a fair listening to those guys if they weren't trying to hurt me and destroy me.
Well, exactly. I've told them the same things. I've had many conversations with the cameraman. Okay, and the bottom line is, I would have listened to their interjections if they weren't trying to deceive me, debunk me, and they weren't on my side. This is clearly like two teams going at it on a football field. Okay, and everybody wants to win. But listen, here's the bottom line. In what we're dealing with, there is no damn winner.
Nope.
In the end, we all lose. We're not going to have the world that we were born and raised in. It's going to be a different time. That's the bottom line. So now, I don't trust anybody except for the small group of people that literally stick behind me and help me. and that is the subscribers to my channel. And I know I can trust all of the subscribers with Steve's channels and the team that I've surrounded myself with. La Familia.
Yeah, that's what we do right now. We're in the La Familia stage here too, because there's only like, you're the only channel that I can trust right now. Because here's the thing, man, what's really shocking me is how these established truther channels are attacking us right now. Have you noticed that, Scott?
Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
And again, I'm not trying to be Mr. You know, I'm hurting. I really am not. I'm doing better than I ever have, emotionally, spiritually, and all that. I'm feeling great. What I'm more sad about is that they cut off my voice to tell people what's going on. Like yesterday, my subscribers would have wanted our take, both your and my take, every time, Scott, on the earthquakes that were happening yesterday.
Yep.
Right? And my message to my audience that I, when I started my second YouTube channel, wasn't to run for the hills. It was no tsunami warnings. Do not panic. But it's not something that you need to run to the hills for. So I was calming people down. I wasn't trying to fear. I was trying to say, look, this could be disconcerting when you see a huge earthquake in the Solomon Islands, because that could set off a tsunami that goes right across the Pacific. As soon as I saw that there were no warnings, I put that up because I wanted people not to panic.
And speaking of those warnings,
all these people that see these, reports, are going to be, could literally be freaking out. And the one or two guys that they trust out there on the internet to tell them what's really going on are being attacked. So I don't get it. Why are you so concerned? Why are they so concerned? And I get the whole, I don't believe for us. I think that they're manipulated means for sure. No. Like this group of hurting, depressed, any friends probably saw that if they could just Scott, Steve, somebody like that, their ego would get boosted. But I don't give them credit for sure. They're so stupid. They put their whole self on. Oh, we really got him this time. We got him taken down. Look at all this. And they even went into the plot and the conspiracy and how they did it and why they did it and how gleeful they were. All that went right to the attorneys. They're dumb.
They're through.
It's dumb. It's stupid. Why would you do this? Why would you risk your life, livelihood, all that? Why would you do that? Why would you be so dedicated? I just don't get it, guys. I mean, seriously, I just don't get it. What would motivate somebody just to attack like that? I don't know.
I have my theories. I have my theories, and
I got my theory. My theory is
they're very severe. Now, I've put this out there before, and I'll just put it out there again. If you take a look at all of YouTube, and they've all of a sudden labeled this as a NIBIRU Planet X community. Well, you know what? Listen, this is not a community. We are not deemed some little town or some little city, okay? We are men and women out there seeking the truth. This isn't a damn community.
Mm-mm.
We are grown people, and we are trying to find the truth. Now, as far as I see it, they drew first blood on attacking us. Now, look, I watch a lot of YouTube. I go through a lot of information on a day-to-day basis. I spend sometimes 10, 12, 14 hours a day doing my investigations. If you want to call it research, call it whatever you want. But I spend my time doing this, and just because the YouTube channels are placed with ads on them, nobody is paying for these ads. The advertisers themselves are paying Google to put these ads up, and Google and YouTube take 75% of the money while we do the work. So I decided to use YouTube as my platform to get my word out, because it was the best platform I could find. And now our throats are being cut for doing it.
Yeah, and here's the thing about money or ads or any of that stuff, okay? Where in the hell did people ever come up with this stupid moray that you can't make money doing what you're doing? So my
Wow.
supporters actually give me donations and actually want me to be on the air. And here's what they tell me when they send me donations, Scott. These are not cult members, by the way. I will tell you that my worst critics are my subscribers. If I say something off base or put off or something that's not correct, my subscribers are the first one to pull me back into the fold.
Yeah,
You know?
same here.
These guys are people that think on their own. In order for somebody to become aware, they have to be a pretty independent person to get there, because there's no way the crowd is going to lead you here. Okay, there are people that are naturally against the grain, not the rebels. The rebels. They don't obey what I say. They don't do what I say. In fact, if I tried to command anything to my audience, I would not my audience, because they hate to be told what to do. Okay, start there. Now back to the money part. So if people give me money because they feel that I'm providing a valuable service to them by distilling lots of information and boiling it down to a report, then what's your business? Why is that your business?
Yeah, it's none of anybody's business. None.
I don't understand where this moral law came that YouTube was supposed to be for free.
Well,
It's just a platform. If I was on ABC television, another platform, or NBC or any of those networks, they would expect me to pay for time on their network, right?
Yes,
Hey, listen.
So I'm
listen,
okay with YouTube making money. I'm okay with that. But, and also, if I was going to be a newscaster, if I was going to be a reporter at one of these news outlets, they would have to pay me for that.
Absolutely.
Even though I love the job, even though I cared about the subscribers or people that that read the paper or whatever it is, all those values are still there, but I can't do it and not eat, right? So I will never apologize for taking donations. I will never apologize for subscription fees. I will never apologize for putting ads up. In fact, anybody who has a YouTube channel, turn the ads on and link your AdSense account. Don't let them walk away with the whole $1. At least take 20 cents of it or 10.
Well, here's another technical piece of advice. I'm sure a lot of people don't know what an algorithm is, but when you deal with YouTube, if you do not have your YouTube channel monetized with ads, your algorithm that puts you in a certain place within YouTube's, how could you say that, within their video standings.
You're banished to the non-payers. And what
Exactly.
they're looking for is to make money off of you. So the algorithm or program will put me to the top because I'm looking for ad revenue, because that's how they make money.
Absolutely.
If you turn the ads off, YouTube makes nothing. Guess where your videos will go?
The dungeon.
Nowhere. Way in the bottom of the list.
Right. So again, I'm not going to ever apologize. I'm never going to back down from it. My supporters know me, and if they want to give me $20, go take it. You don't really. It's none of your business.
Yeah, and I mean, over the months, I've had numerous subscribers, the best people in the world, man. I mean, from all over the world. They've wanted to send me donations. They've said, "Hey, listen, Scott, we know that you do all of this work. You're constantly on YouTube. We see that you're do 4 or 5 videos a day. You're constantly up on everything. We want to be able to support your channel financially." I have turned down literally, probably $30,000 to $40,000 since July. I just had a beautiful lady want to send me money, and I emailed her back and I said, "Listen, Rose, you keep your money. I'm financially stable, and the information that you get from my YouTube channel is free. You don't have to give me anything." Now, I did have one of my subscribers. His name's Mike. I love this guy. Mike, I hope you're listening. Lives down in North Carolina. He sent me a telescope that he wasn't using. Boxed it up, mailed it to me, and he mailed me a prayer book just a few weeks ago. He stays in touch with me. He doesn't, get on the YouTube too much, but, I let him send the telescope because I felt that I could get some use out of it. It's not the best telescope in the world, not the most high powered, but the trolls, when I mentioned it, they had a field day with it. So they took something beautiful and good and turned it into garbage. So everybody who's out there listening, whenever you listen to these trolls and these debunkers, they are spewing garbage from their mouths, pure garbage. So how could you take something good and something nice that someone did for an individual and turn it into trash? Why? Because that's what you're paid to do.
Well,
Bottom line.
Let's take the young lady that's been celebrating my demise, right?
Oh God.
And
Yeah, let's talk about Chubby.
Yeah. Well, here's the story behind that.
You're talking about scary? You're talking about scary?
Yeah,
Yes.
no names though.
Scary
No
fat
names.
Scary fat fingers. So
Yeah.
so she when I first started my channel, I thought she was a supporter. Okay. She was very, very supportive. She was always emailing me. I was communicating with her all the time. She was also communicating with Chris Potter, by the way, at that time.
Yep.
I noticed Chris, and in my conversations with him, started getting more and more bitter towards her, and I just didn't pick up on it. I didn't know why. And one day I was talking to her about, about her life and everything like that, and she was talking about how she had to support like a single mother or something like that. Some story, some cock and bull probably story about that. And I believed her. And so I said, you know what? I need a backup channel. So here, you take the backup channel. I'll send you videos as they get old, like 2 months old, and then you'll have the backup channel there. And then any ad revenues, I said, just turn them on for yourself so you can support yourself and your child. That was my motive. What she ended up doing with it was she ended up using it after my attack. When people went to go to my backup channel, she was there with her, kind of wicked laugh and weird, demeanor to continue to smear and demean. And I can only say right now that this person is a cyberbully.
And a psycho.
Oh yeah.
And a psycho.
Oh, yeah, I know she's a psycho because I remember seeing that video that she was going off on Chris Potter, and I was like, what the heck is this female talking about, man? And I was like, man, I go, no wonder why she can't be with nobody or anything, man. Look at this female. She's weird, man. Psycho, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be quite honest. These Google Hangout videos that this channel does, they're the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. They're basically a bunch of children on a video calling names, just being ridiculous. And yeah, you know what? If you call me names, I'm going to call you names. I've been on a few of their hangouts. I've gone face to face with the whole group of them by myself. And yeah, you know what? I get pretty hot and I get distempered when someone is flat out calling me names and calling me a liar.
See, and
okay,
that's
because
I don't, Scott, we don't agree on everything, right? You and I have disagreed, right?
yeah, on a few things, but nothing major.
Nothing major, but still, I don't call you names. I don't make videos about you when you're wrong. I call you up and tell you about it, right?
Yeah, bottom line.
That's what men and women do.
Yep.
They're not intending to correct anybody. They're not intending to inform anybody. When you say that you're going to shut down somebody so that nobody can hear their message and be frightened by it, do you really think that they have the right to tell you what you can see and what you can't see?
Absolutely not, and that's a personal vendetta.
Yep. It's called censorship, and it's more than just censorship from the government. Censorship can happen from a lot of different places, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But this is exactly the tactic that Nazi Germany used to shut out all opposition prior to the rise of Hitler. Let's just get it down, man. They don't want us to be telling the truth because they want to control the dialogue when shit hits the fan. Period.
They ain't going to control this dialogue. No way, no how. And if the government wanted me and you shut down, we would have been gone a long time ago.
That's right. There's no way we could have survived an NSA or CIA onslaught. They would have had our asses in 2 minutes.
Yeah, we would both be.
Put it this way. They already failed. They tried to do Scott away, and they couldn't even do that. They got amateurs to do the job, and they got caught. So yeah, pretty much, you guys would have been gone. You guys would have been gone if you really wanted you guys out.
Oh, I don't give them that much credit. I think that they're self-glorified, and I think they've stepped into. I really do. I think they stepped into it so deeply now. Scott was at. Oh, sorry. Billy Bob, Astro Boy, was looking for funding, I think, for his legal defense fund, right?
Yeah.
when you file a copyright claim with YouTube, if I counter that with a written document like we both did, Scott.
Yep.
Scott Cioni from NIBIRU channel.
Yeah, that's my name. That's my name, by the way. My name is Scott, so we are allowed to use the name Scott on this video.
Well, actually, I can use any name I want to as long as I don't append a address or any kind of personal information to it. So I know copyright and I know privacy law better than most. Okay, so it's a bogus claim. But anyway, the point is that he was looking for funding because he realized that he stepped into it up to his hips. That as soon as we countered those with our documentation, he has 10 to 14 days, I think it is, from the time of that counter
10 days.
To prove to YouTube that he's opened a federal copyright case against us.
And that's not going to happen. And number one, yeah, I've already, there is a phone number where you can actually contact a human being at YouTube. No
automated operators. I mean, that's all you get nowadays. Automated operators. No more.
No. I got right to somebody on a couple of occasions, and I kept the phone number, and I got right to another individual I explained the situation once again, and they explained to me, okay, whenever this 10-day period is up, if I filed a copyright claim on material that your YouTube channel used that belonged to me, I better have a federal copyright license, and the material that was used better be under that copyright license. So, number one, Mr. Astro Boy may have taken the photograph in outer space, but it is not covered under a federal copyright license. The material.
If you don't want me to show it, don't send it to me.
Yeah, the material is not copywritten. Okay, that's the bottom line. Now, you can go and try to file a copyright case, but I'm telling you this much right now, and I know from experience because I had to deal with a lot of copyright issues, a lot of permission for use issues when I was in advertising. Okay, it's very, very tricky. It's a pain in the butt to get through it all. You know,
expensive legal counsel.
Yeah,
man.
it's very, very expensive. You're looking at.
Yes. And here's the thing: I'm not trying to put him down on that. I'm just saying he did not know what he was stepping into.
No, absolutely not.
There is copyright protection for first use. Like if I use the name WSO first, and I can prove I was using it in a commercial sense, and somebody tries to come along and tries to use WSO, there are grounds for legal action without the copyrights. Okay. But those are only the most egregious, you know, where they are absolutely copying you. And there's a test for it. It's called the likelihood of confusion.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody was making WSO gaskets, right? And I came out with WSO, my channel that's about wormwood system observation. Even in that case where they had been using that trademark or whatever their name is for a period of time, they still have to pass the standard that there's not a likelihood of confusion, or that there's a likelihood of confusion. So these are very delicate legal issues, and I also was in marketing for 7 years, and we dealt with copyright and trademark every freaking day. I know better than to show somebody else's work, and I've never done it. Only with their permission, where they've sent me a photograph or they've sent me something that says, "Steve, please use it," do I use it. Period. Or if I'm using a video, even though I don't need to do this, it's not required, even by community guidelines, I could pull up your channel. As long as I have my picture up in the corner and I'm commenting on your channel, that's fair use.
Yeah, the little fair use issue, the little fair use disclaimer that the cameraman puts in all of his videos, you know, and they're using my name, my first name, my last name.
They say my name, and they say really horrible things about it, like libelous and slanderous things.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't bother with the policy guideline strikes because I really don't care. It's a waste of my time. They are literally trying to waste our time. So, you know, they call me meatball, and you know, they publicize. They call me a
false prophet. You know,
yeah,
I'm like, dude, I have never claimed to be a prophet. Number one, I don't prophesy. Those are the requirements to be a false prophet. Is you have to say that you're a prophet and then say something wrong. I've never claimed to be a prophet. So stop calling me a false prophet.
Yeah, they're just a waste of time. You know, and the bottom line is, like I've said before, and I'm sure you're going to agree with me, our time is better spent doing our research, doing our investigations on a daily basis, because number one, the people that subscribe to my channel come first. They are number one. They are the people that are confiding in me through their emails. They are the ones that are interested in what's happening. So here's the bottom line. If you don't agree with what we are investigating, then don't watch it. It's the same as your television set at home. You have a remote control. Use it. If you don't like it, use it. And don't put your nose where it doesn't belong. And if you draw first blood, then if you're dealing with me personally, then you're in for a fight, because I don't back down. I will confront you, and I will not go to sleep, period. Same thing goes for Steve. You're not going to keep him down forever. There are rules and guidelines. He's following them. I'm following them. We all maybe make a little mistake and trip up every now and then, but we're right back on our feet.
Yep.
But see, this is where this is why Scott and I are such a good pair, because I'm the good cop, okay? I'm the one who's going to say, forgive them, for they know what they're doing. I'm going to be the one that says, I'm going to be the one that says, yeah, I'll be the one that says, you know what, let's break their freaking jaw and shut them up. Right, and then you're the person that will come along. And so the reason that we make such a good team is because, you know, call it Laurel and Hardy or whatever, but point being is that I love Scott. I would never do anything or say anything to hurt you, Scott. But at the same time, if you need to go, you know, if you need to go break it up, I'm not gonna stop you. But I can't personally do that. My religion does not allow that.
Well, hey, you know,
And by the way, I've never filed a copyright strike. I've never filed a privacy strike. The only strikes I filed after the debacle of the last 2 days was I filed cyberbullying complaints against Fat Fingers.
Oh, Fat Fingers, that's a good one. I love it. That's scary.
God. I know, man.
So the only time I've ever really filed anything was just kind of in self-defense because I just want the cyberbullying to stop.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, you know. Then as of
They're
lately,
talking about my family, Scott.
oh yeah, they did the same. Look what they did to my daughter back in what was that, September? They, you know, I mean, they sent her.
Is that what cameraman did? He sent some freaking.
No, that was this other troll. I'm not even going to mention his name because he continues to email me several times a day. But I'm not even going to give him the credit to mention his name. But yeah, you know, back in I think it was late September, maybe early October. I actually forget. Yeah, I think it was late September. Somehow through my Facebook page, they saw that I had 2 children. I have a son and a daughter. They both live with their mom in South Florida. And I guess they went onto my Facebook page because my Facebook page was public. And I didn't, honestly didn't realize it. And I guess they saw some interaction between me and my daughter and my son. And they went ahead and they took one of my daughter's friends, copied a picture, opened up a new Facebook page under that child's name, and then sent my daughter a friend request with a message saying, you know, hey, I forgot my password. Can you please accept my friend request? Then when my daughter did that and opened up the inbox message, it was a very, very disgusting XXX rated pornographic photograph. And, you know, my daughter was 13 years old. She had a freaking breakdown that lasted for days. I had to hear a bunch of garbage, you know, from my ex-wife, but we got through it. And those are the filthy, rotten, dirty extents that these people will go through because they obviously don't have anything better to do. They obviously don't have a life. And then, you know, people.
This is the thing, because this actually worked on me a year and a half ago. I admit it, man. I was getting into NIBIRU. I was getting into Wormwood. It was starting to connect the dots. And I think it was Astronomy Live that pushed me off. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't, yeah, this, you know, I didn't want it to be true. So it was really easy for me to believe somebody who said it wasn't. Okay. It wasn't until Soul Evolution put up a video in like November or October or November of 2015, about, you know, just over a year ago, that just smacked me in the head. And it was like, Steve, you're wrong. And I started to do my own research, my own investigation. And I encourage you all to do that. Go out and look at the Mexico webcams yourself. Go look at Alaska FAA cameras yourself. Go look at the South Pole telescopes and all those things that are available online. Go look at the Australian webcams and all those cams. Go look for yourself, man. It's not some special capability we have. I don't have some magic ability. I just randomly pick stuff up and it's there.
Yep.
Really.
That's what I do.
Go look for yourself. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself.
I tell everybody the same thing. You know, the majority of my videos, sometimes I forget to say it, but, you know, I do let people know, listen, I'm going to bring you this information in the form of my video, and I'm giving you my interpretation of it. This is what I believe in, but you come to your own conclusions, complete and conduct your own investigations, your own research, and let's do it together. You know,
and that's
because
what you did, and that's what I did. We both did the same thing. And so we open up our email, we open up our lives to these people, and they come in and say, we took this picture in Tennessee yesterday. We took this picture in Florida yesterday. We took this picture in Portugal yesterday, right?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think? And I'll give them my feedback. And if I think it's really a compelling photograph, I put it up on my channel. Well, that's how we do it, guys.
I know you did me.
The other 90% of the time, I'm researching with my head in the books.
Yep.
I am researching planetary dynamics. I'm researching how the SETI spacecraft works. I'm researching how sinkholes form. I'm researching how the caldera operates so that when things start to happen, I at least have some grasp of it so that I can explain it to other people. That's what I do for a living, you guys.
Well, you know what I've been doing? You know what I've been doing? I've been researching photographic optics and atmospheric phenomenon.
I know, right? I never thought I'd become an expert in high-level jet stream.
Well,
I never thought I'd become an expert of solar flares, but hey, I became an expert of solar flares.
Right, and see, so we're all learning all these new things together as a group. And so what's really cool about your channel, Scott, and I think you can say this about my channel too, I have been growing with my audience.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? I'm not saying I got any special information. So the way I learn is the best way to learn something is to be the teacher. It really is. If you want to learn something, try to teach it.
Yeah, you got to be the teacher, and you also got to be the student. It's a double-edged sword. You know, I always keep my mind wide open to learning something new. And I'm going to be quite honest. Over this past 9 months, I have come across literally thousands of my subscribers who are very, very educated people, and they have actually helped me. They have actually given me contacts, put me in touch with people, and I don't publicize these things because these people don't want to be in the limelight, and they tell me that straight up.
Straight up. Yeah,
and I respect it.
Lawyers, physicists, astronomers, government employees, military employees.
Oh yeah.
All insiders that feed me information and feed you information.
And then the
but
trolls
they cannot
want you
risk their lives because they're the ones that, if they come out like, let's say, an NOAA certified meteorologist, right, who has a gag order right now not to talk about chemtrails, not to talk about upper level disturbances. You know that, right?
Yeah, and if he opens up his mouth, he'll never work again.
He'll never work again, and you won't get it. And picture yourself, you're 62 years old, you've been a meteorologist all your life, you start noticing this stuff is happening. You say something,
You're
and
done.
they will literally shut your life down.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another part of the service that we provide to the world, Scott, is that we're the conduit where these very professional people have been going to say, please tell them. I'll give you a great example. So Wayne and I were looking at the Secchi photographs, as you know, and you also were too, Scott. We were working together on all that. But the point was that when we were looking at these Secchi photographs, we had a major YouTube channel come out and say, oh, that was just the sun superimposed over the image. Right? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you guys talking about that big donut? It's supposed to be able to that big donut? Oh, okay. Okay, I know what you're
it had the little circle in, the big circle, right? Around Venus, okay? By the way, that's the same direction that we pictured that object, Scott, that you've got pictures of and I've got pictures of.
Yep.
Scott and I talk about this all the time. Venus is getting brighter and brighter. We don't know why.
I can tell you why. There's something right under it, brightening it up.
No. Now listen to what Scott says, though. Scott, what is the real luminosity of Venus right now? What has it really been doing?
Yeah, I've gotten in touch with a gentleman who runs an astronomy website, and this man is close to like Einstein status. His website is absolutely fantastic. It's all based on the planets, and he gives very precise, detailed information on every single planet in the inner solar system. And when I got in touch with him, he pointed me to certain spots in his website, and it was dealing with the luminosity of Venus, where Venus is exactly, latitude, longitude, every minute of every day on the calendar. Okay, so this goes all the way back to, I think, 2011, but all of his statistics are updated daily. So whenever we first started to talk about this, we went together back to his website, and he showed me that back in August, Venus was at its highest luminosity at 93%. From August through October, it was losing its luminosity. Okay, so at the end of October, its luminosity, its brightness, and its fullness was down to 71%. So how is it that we are looking at an object from Earth and it's completely illuminated when in fact about 25% of it should be, or 73% of it should be illuminated? Meaning it's like a crested moon.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So and then we're getting these photographs from all over the world of a fully illuminated object. How's that possible?
Here, let me show the audience what we're talking about here real quick. I'm going to share my screen real quick, Scott, and just show you guys. This is my best video of it. I know you've got some really good video of it, but check this out, man. This was with the telescope. Look at this object. What the hell is that? And I know you have similar ones, Scott. I just wanted to show people what we were talking about.
You know how to use your screen share on this?
Who, me?
There's a green, it's that green, yeah, it's a little green arrow right there on your left side.
Did you see my screen share just now?
No, I didn't see it.
All right, I'll do it again.
We see it.
Now can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go back and play it again here.
Oh, what the heck is that?
See that object there?
Yeah, matter of fact, I caught an object yesterday too by the moon.
Whoa.
Yeah. And by the way, the subscriber that sent me this was like terrified that they pulled it down. He was like calling me like, dude, are you sure that you're okay? And I didn't mean to pull your channel down. Well, listen, the reason why that picture hit me right in the gut, and then what you said about Venus not even having as high a luminosity as it did a couple months ago, none of it's adding up. None of it. So we're being deceived.
Well, there's no doubt
There is a
about
deception afoot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Listen, you know, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people across the globe on a daily basis. I just don't sit here in front of my computer and Google stuff. Okay, I am talking with people of very high intelligence. Like I said, they don't want to come out and be publicized, and they don't want to get into all of this rhetoric, but they want to point me in the right direction for some of this information.
That's
The gentleman that allowed me to gather the information about Venus and other planets, all of the planets on his website, very detailed information, charts, graphs, everything that you need to know. When he showed me that information, that tipped me right over the scale, because then it was at that point in time I knew what everybody was seeing in the southwest region of the sky was not the star Sirius, it was not Venus, it was not the moon. What it is it is something that is coming at us. Okay, because people started to see this as a little tiny dot, like I think around the end of September, and then more and more people started paying attention to it. And then when I made this big announcement that I wanted everybody to get their cameras out there, and I wanted you to look in the southwest region of the sky, well, bingo, that's when, you know, pretty much all hell broke loose, and everybody started getting their cameras out there, and they started looking at what was happening.
Yeah.
And that's when we started getting a massive amount of videos
Yep.
and photographs from people all over the place. Now, I've got an Italian friend of mine, Enrico. He lives in Italy. Fantastic guy. He started noticing this object when he got switched over from a day shift to a 3 to 11 shift. And then all of a sudden, you know, he's outside, it's getting dark, and he's noticing this big bright object rising in the sky. And over a period of time, you know, he contacted me about it. And I said, listen, Enrico, you know, get some photographs of it, get some video of it. And he did. And then all of the information started pouring in. But here's the thing, okay? And I'm sure everybody's going to agree with me right now. I don't think that's the only object that's in our sky.
No, it's not.
Oh, no.
No, well, we were told by what was it, Bob Evans Jr. that the system is coming with 8 planets, I believe, and 13 moons. I believe right now what we're seeing, to be honest, guys, is we're seeing part of the moons. That's exactly what I think we're seeing. Then we're gonna actually see the planets for what they are. Because I believe one of them already passed us, which was the green one. I believe that one. That's the
Yeah,
first one that passed us.
It's possible. I mean, I spoke with a few different people that are investigating this on their own. They consider themselves to be a little bit more than above an average astronomer. They're keeping their information to themselves, but it seems to be that these planets are definitely in an orbit around the sun and also possibly around this brown dwarf. Now, you know, there's a couple other people out there that don't have the brown dwarf theory. And the bottom line is, you know, how can we reject Robert Harrington's research? And in what, 93, they photographed it. They photographed it with the iris. Okay. And that photograph was publicized. It was leaked out, and it was a brown dwarf. And it had planets orbiting around it. Okay. So the possibility of the whole nemesis theory is a very high possibility. There are other hypotheses hypotheses, whatever you want to call it. There are definitely different ideas out there. But really, the bottom line is right now, something is shaking and rattling and disturbing the earth, and I think interfering with the sun.
Well, our sun tilt is six degrees, so something had to have been powerful enough to tilt our sun 6 degrees.
Yeah, and as far as the tilt goes, I have a few people that are paying very close attention to the earth and our tilt right now. Now, I'm sure all the debunkers will go out there and they'll say, blah, 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 the earth is not tilting anymore than it's 25.5 degrees.
I know, Mike Brown from Cal, right?
What's that?
Brown is an idiot. Mike Brown from Cal.
Oh, yeah.
The guy,
yeah.
The sun's tilting? Really? He's an idiot? You guys got to wake up, man. So here's the do you see my screen, guys?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
This is why, see it now?
Yeah.
I'll do it again. Give me a second here.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, this is the video. This is the video I captured this morning.
That's right. And all I'm doing is going back to the site again, Scott, and just replaying it again in case people missed it.
Oh, is it still up?
Look what's going on.
Is this the one that's actually showing both planets? They're both planets now?
This is a shadow.
Yeah. Watch these shadows. You see that?
Ooh.
Now watch
what. Son of, what the?
Yeah, that's terrifying.
An object. Yep.
When I saw that this morning when I was analyzing the footage. Yeah, I almost.
No way, guys.
Yeah, that's a very, very large shadow.
System working. And here comes. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see it coming behind? It's not a lens. It's moving with the sun. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
I believe that's the Nemesis star. That's just me, but right there, see it?
I have to agree.
Now watch what happens.
You know what, Steve?
Watch what happens.
I have to agree with you on that one. I have to.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
You really want to know what I think that one is? To be honest, I really think that one's NIBIRU, to be honest, because that's the way it's supposed to look with something coming down with it. I really think that's what it is. I really think that the NIBIRU system is actually together with the Nemesis system. Like, okay, you know, like Gilbert Starr has his theory that it's just only one planet. To be honest, if you go back to the old ancient history of when the evaluation of the Eastern and Western civilization during the Chinese guest star, they saw two objects. They saw a guest star and the red dragon. So to me, the guest star has to be Nemesis, and the red dragon is NIBIRU. Them two are together. They have to be together. And the reason why Gilbert Starr cannot say that Nemesis is, the reason why he says Nemesis is not with NIBIRU is because they only saw one planet come by. Remember, if Nemesis is here, Nemesis is in the bottom of us. We're never going to see it. We're never going to see it. We're only going to see NIBIRU that travels around, that orbits around. So that's my theory. That's my theory.
Yep.
I think that there are definitely more objects that have been brought into our solar system, apparently with whatever it is, whether it is this brown dwarf, whether it's NIBIRU and its moons, whether it's, planet X, planet Z. The bottom line is there is definitely something within our solar system, within our inner solar system, that is definitely affecting the sun and our planet. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. This is my belief.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I tell everybody. This is my belief. You don't have to accept it. But this is what I believe in, and this is what I research and I investigate every single day. Somebody trying to break into your room. You're muted.
Yeah, so I'm living in a hostel where you just get a room and there's a common area because I make so much money, Scott,
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I was just I got asked a question not too long ago, what I did with, what do I do with all my YouTube money? I just kind of laughed. But to be honest with you, last month, I had a friend of mine pass away, and, he was killed tragically. He had no life insurance. The guy was in his early 40s. and he had absolutely, nothing available to bury him. And a tragic situation, motorcycle accident. And it just happened to be 24 hours after Google, sends their money that they owe you. And, it's about $8,000 to give someone a cheap burial. And,
Especially out in Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah. And, it's cost $1,100 to dig a hole.
Right.
So, I had, I think, 4,900 that came in from YouTube, and I gave his parents all of it. Because, this is a friend of mine for 30 years. What am I supposed to do? Let him lay on a slab in a morgue?
Nope. And that's exactly the way Scott is, guys. Every time I've ever worked with him, he's never been nothing but generous with me, and generous with information, and generous with just everything, right? And, I've also done the same thing he's done. I'm a giver, man. I give everything away. I really only need to, my only concern is to make sure I pay people that I owe money to, like my web captain and all these different people. But other than that, man, I use, like I say, I stay in very low cost accommodations. When we went to North Dakota, we lived in an RV. So whoever thinks that we're making all this jack, guys, you need to just be a little smarter about what you hear and what you believe, okay?
You know what? If we were YouTube gamers, we'd probably be making 12, 15, 20,000 a month. But we're not YouTube gamers. We invest a lot of time and effort into what we do. Now, listen, the day before yesterday, I was up for 36 hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. When you talked to me, I was completely delirious, and I had earthquakes going off in California, the Solomon Islands. We had the issue with your YouTube channel. I had the issue with my YouTube channel. So I invested 36 straight hours of nonstop work. And I literally put in the course of a day, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I immediately start opening my emails and getting into information on a daily basis. And I've given up my life. I used to have a great social life.
Me too.
I used to go out 3 to 4 days a week because I'm retired. I don't have to work anymore. Now, I haven't been out in a month. People are starting to call me and ask me if I have a health problem. I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving because I invested my time into actual work. And, the money is not the issue here. I don't need the money. But we've already discussed, the whole advertising crap.
We did, but listen, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I just took a look at the USGS monitor. It appears that we just had another 6.9 in the Solomon Islands, so the intensity is not going down.
No, it's going to rise.
No. It's not a 6.9. We all know it's fine. It's like a 7.4. It's like a 7.4 right there right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they're downgrading.
Yeah, they're downgrading them. It's like a 7.4, to be honest. It's probably somewhere around there.
What do you guys think's going on there?
To be honest, I really think that they're getting hit badly, or we can at least say, okay, if you guys caught that planetary object in this system right now, actually right there by the sun, I really think that whatever's back there is affecting the Earth right now. It's pulling on us right now. What's happening with everything right now? Because you got to realize this never happened before. Even when like 11 years ago when the Earth flipped when the sun flips itself upside down again, it does that every 11 years. So if it was supposed to do that 11 years ago, this would have happened 11 years ago. No, there's something else going on there. Like I said, there has to be something in there that's pulling on our crust.
Well, there's no doubt about it. If you take a look at the Earth wobble chart.
Yeah, you sent me that, and I was tripping out on that.
Yeah, since 2013, our wobble has gotten very severe. It's gotten more severe during this year, and it's going to get worse. I think that as we start to continue our orbit around the sun, getting into the months of late February and early March, I think we're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's just my calculations. I'm not setting any specific dates, but I'm just going by, what is out there. And I think we're going to go through a little bit of a lull, like a little bit of a quiet period, maybe in January, where maybe these earthquakes aren't so frequent and so high in magnitude. But then I think whenever we get past January, I think we're going to be in a whole new ball game. And I think a lot of eyes are going to be opened up, and people are going to start wondering what the hell is going on.
Yep.
And if you continue to suppress information, that's going to become a big problem. You know,
You know what you just brought up right now when you said that it was going to be quiet in January. You ever heard that saying, quiet before the storm?
Yeah. And that's
exactly what you brought in my mind right now. It's like, you know, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be all quiet, and then all hell's going to break loose as soon as first day of February comes.
Yeah, I've been.
I have to agree with you, Scott.
What's happening, Sean?
Oh,
Hey,
Sean's on. Good morning.
Good day.
Hey, Sean.
Good morning. Yeah, I got me some rest. Hi, Steve.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to seeing the smile back on your face, though.
Oh gosh,
There
I've
you
been
go.
smiling the whole time. They don't get to me personally because it's not personal to me. You know, you can't take anything personally unless it comes from somebody who knows you.
Yeah.
Really. If they don't know you from Adam, how can they judge you? Just let it go away. But here's what I wanted to talk about, Scott. I don't think that this event is going to be the game ripper, changer, blow up the planet type event that a lot of people are saying. I do believe it's going to be a bumpy ride. I do believe it's going to be important because there's going to be such societal collapse. I believe there's going to be chaos. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen that we predicted. But I think the biggest danger of this event are people and not.
Oh, I was just going to say the same. I was just going to say the same thing. Humanity itself will be almost equal to the damage. And I think that this is going to last not for hours or days. I think in the end run, I think this is going to be something that's going to last for many, many years. Many years.
Yep. And I can only hope and pray that people, you know, and I said this on my channel, I said it to you this morning. It's like, don't buy into the, you know, the 9/11 example. I'll just bring it out again. I know I beat this to death, but even though I know 9/11 now was a false flag attempt, I'm not saying anything like that. But what I'm saying is when it happened and we didn't know all this stuff, my heart was broken. Your heart was broken.
Oh, me too.
The world reached out in sympathy to us during that time, okay? We didn't run out of our front doors and start cannibalizing each other, right?
Nope.
We started opening doors for each other. We started traffic. We started, you know, bringing. Remember how that just had this huge sense of like we are one. Remember that?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Why can't that be our reaction to capitalism? I just don't. I don't buy this. We all have to kill each other idea. I just don't buy it.
Yeah, and like I've said numerous times in my videos, it's time to band together as humanity. It's not a time for separation. Yeah, there's going to be the separation between the common man and woman and government because, you know, the way that things are going with governments right now, you know, they kind of put themselves way above us. They're human beings too. They are elected officials. They are supposed to be there working for the people, not the continuity of government, but for the people. And especially in this country, where they forget what this country was founded on. And now you're going to suppress information. You're going to cause innocent people to possibly die. You know what worries me the most? I don't worry about the people that can actually take care of themselves. I worry about the people that can't take care of themselves. The people that are elderly and the children. Okay, because me and you, Steve, we can get out there. We're still physically fit enough that we can go out there and fight and we can survive.
Right. I can take it to the hills. I know how to run a trout line. I know how to skin a buck. Okay. I was raised with a shotgun in one hand and a fishing pole in the other one. I mean, I'm not going to starve. Okay. To your point though, what are the people that are going to be vulnerable during this time? What's going to happen, man?
Exactly.
And then you start thinking about all these FEMA camps, right?
Oh yeah.
Are they going to shepherd people into these camps, the refugees into these big camps, Scott? Is that what you think they're going to do?
Hey, they did it. They did it during World War II with the Japanese. They did it in this country. You know, they rounded these people up.
They rounded people up just because they were Japanese.
That's it.
Some of them were fourth generation Japanese people.
Yes.
So the United States is capable of concentration camps. Let's just put that out there.
Oh man, they already have them all up. They have them up. They're empty. They're just waiting for them to be filled.
You know, and like people walk around completely blind to all of this. They think that, you know, okay, we're some type of fear mongers. What kind of fear am I instituting in you other than telling you to take off the blinders, open up your eyes, And even if you take 30 minutes of your day to take a look around at what is going on around you, start paying attention. I tell people that all the time. Pay attention. Watch what's going on. That will give you the clues to what's happening. And if you watch your government, I don't care what country you live in,
Yeah.
if you watch what they're doing, that will give you clues on what's happening where you live.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, again, you guys, and then the other thing I think that was interesting, and I don't know if you're willing to share this or not, Scott, so I'm not trying to put you on the spot. So answer it if you want to or not, but remember you were talking about a country south of us that maybe had better earthquake data than we do?
Oh, yeah, Mexico.
Mexico.
Yep.
Can you tell us
Yep,
that story?
I mean,
You probably told it. But
yeah, I mean, I spoke with the gentleman. He works for a very large seismology office in Mexico. They're very, very mad because the data that they are retrieving for Mexico and Central America is in no way, shape, or form matching what the USGS is putting out, and their data is much higher, and the amount of earthquakes along the western coast of Mexico far exceeds what is being reported by the USGS. There are literally a bunch of earthquakes right along the western coast of South America, or excuse me, of Mexico. It is also traveling down into the western coast of South America. Their data does not match the USGS. The USGS is not even reporting the earthquakes, and when they do, the magnitude is several points lower. And this has consistently been going on since September 2016. So he gave me a direct link to their seismology information. This morning, I compared the two, and I'm going to be straight up and honest with all of you. I got really mad. See, this affects me in the way that I take it personally, because that's just not right. There are people relying on this information. Why should you downplay it? You're going to get people killed. And that's not right, because what you're doing, in my eyes, is you are playing the judge, the jury, the executioner, and you're playing God. And you're not God. And you're definitely not my judge, and you will not be my executioner. So,
no, not mine either.
And I'll share the link with you. You can go on there and you can check it out. Now, the week before, I had another subscriber from Hawaii. I'm not going to go into a bunch of specific detail, but she gave me, and she works for a university. And she works for, I don't even want to go there. She works in the university. She gave me a direct link that I could use by computer and the internet to get in and look at very sophisticated weather information that a meteorologist uses. I've been paying very close attention to this information that she's allowed me to see, and I've been watching the jet streams at the North Pole and South Pole, and getting into the Antarctic, South Pole. This is a whole nother topic of discussion, because she is the one who pointed me out to the South Pole. And she's like, Scott, you need to pay attention to what's going on in the South Pole. And when I started using the link and analyzing these jet streams, I was floored. I absolutely floored, because right now there is literally no internal weather on that continent. It is hundreds and thousands of miles outward, away from the continent, surrounding the entire continent. It's amazing.
I'm looking at it right now, Scott. I'll just confirm. I mean, you're absolutely correct. I look at it every day, and I'm looking at the raw images right now from 250 millibars, and you are correct. And quite the opposite on the North Pole, isn't it?
Exactly. And the North Pole right now, I mean, the way that our Earth is tilted, my European guy that's been keeping track of it for me, We talked about it this morning. You know, he's calculated about an additional 10-degree tilt, and this wobble is very severe. The people do not understand when we talk about the Earth wobbling. If the wobbling of the Earth becomes more severe, then the upper jet stream will become erratic. What is it doing right now?
It messes up that gentle tilting that we have in terms of going around the sun in the seasons.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And that's what people aren't getting. So if we tilted 10 degrees this way, and it only lasted for a couple days, it would be enough to send a polar vortex somewhere.
And it's coming.
Right.
It's already here.
It's coming. You got to realize Hawaii is already snowing.
I mean, he said that this tilt is approximately 10 degrees to the southeast.
That's what our people are telling us too. Our separate sources, Scott, match up almost 100% right now.
And you know what? That's why we collaborate, because we get all of our eggs in one basket, and this is what it's all about.
Yep. Well, hey, listen, I got to sign off, guys, but I love you, Scott. I think you're great. Thank you for supporting WSO in our downtime. You will not be forgotten.
Yeah, put me on your Christmas list.
Hey, look, if we get that big reward for them not being able to prove I did anything wrong, I'm planning on coming out and seeing you, bro.
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe we could go skiing in Hawaii.
Hey, it's snowing over there already. It's snowing. It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, what I would like to do is, you know, in the days and the weeks to come, as soon as you get yourself settled in, you know, we talked about this, you know, doing this radio broadcast live on YouTube. I mean, we could definitely use.
I know we're going to do it. The question is, why would you guys think about doing a radio show, right? Well, the reason Scott and I talk about this all the time is because we don't think YouTube videos are doing the job anymore, that the data is coming in so fast that we need to actually do a 1 to 2 hour a day show just to talk about what happened today.
Exactly.
That's the only reason we're doing it. Like, we'll get on a phone call, like Wayne will get on a call or Scott will get on a call, and we'll sit there and just the first hour we are sharing notes of things I knew that he didn't know and vice versa. And we're like, man, people just need to hear us bantering.
Yeah. I actually, to tell you the truth, the bantering, I'm glad you brought that word up. You know, I've done a few videos last week where I really didn't have time to narrate them. I was getting so many photographs in from subscribers. So I just quickly threw up 2 videos of subscribers' photographs. I got a barrage of emails from the subscribers that said that they really appreciated seeing the subscribers' photographs,
right? But
they truly missed my banter.
So, no, actually, Scott, you are one of the best conversationalists I've ever been around. Take care, guys. Nice to meet you. Yeah, those were our guests from Paraguay that just left.
Oh, I love Paraguay.
Oh yeah, man, they're excited. They're here to come, and she's felt to come and see the United States. She's speaks very good English, and yeah, it was a nice day. I mean, people are coming in and out as I'm here. It's so funny. I never saw myself being here, Scott. Never, ever, ever.
Hey, if you ever get a chance, in the very near future, Paraguay, they make some absolutely fantastic wine. A lot of people don't know that about Paraguay in South America. Beautiful Uruguay and Paraguay, 2 beautiful South American countries. But Paraguay, for a long time, they've been you know, growing and manufacturing wine, and they make some really, really good wine. Take it from an Italian, take it from a meatball. they make some good wine. But yeah, the radio show, the broadcast, I did, you know, toss it off a bunch of subscribers, and they absolutely love the idea, because, you know, you could go back to YouTube. If you missed the live broadcast, you can go back and, you know, you can watch it. And, you know, it does have an interactive chat where all of the trolls can sit there and watch and listen. And, you know, as far as I wanted to touch on one subject while we're talking about this, you know, a lot of subscribers have asked me once again why I have shut the comments off on my videos. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I've done that is because I've received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails from subscribers and non-subscribers telling me how they have been so deeply harassed by these trolls using the Google Plus backdoor. So again, my subscribers come first, okay? So I didn't have a choice. I wanted to shut the comments off because the harassment of these people had to stop. You can harass me all you want, because I get death threats every day. I get harassing emails every day, and I just brush them off. But if you're going to harass my subscribers, then I have to protect them first. Bottom line.
Looks like we got some.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna say, those are just words to me. I say that, like you said in your last one of your last videos that you put up, trolls are gonna say whatever they want about you. Just that, those are words. But like you just say, if you're gonna affect you or I say get into your family and do all that stuff, yeah, you do have a right to do something and step up. So if they're gonna talk about you, like I said, if I were to do a channel like you guys and they were to be talking about me, I don't care. Let them talk whatever they want. It's just words.
Somebody to okay. So to your point, Scott. Like I'll come up. I'll say one of my subscribers that well, I won't mention her name, but her initials are MP. Okay, sweetest lady on the earth. Okay, sweet as pie. She'll leave a comment on my thing like saying, "Steve, keep going. Be encouraged. We love you. We're praying for you." And then I'll have a troll come after her and start calling her all kinds of names and profanity. What is wrong with you guys? This is like one of the sweetest ladies in the world. Why would you feel like you'd have to harass her? You know what I mean?
It's disgusting. It's very disgusting, and I won't stand for it. When I got the complaints from subscribers before, I shut the comments off, and people, they interact with me by email. I get 700 to 1,000 emails a day. It does take up 3 hours of my day every day trying to get through the emails. And I try to answer each and every one of them personally. There's a lot of data to go through. And, I have this one guy, Jerry. Jerry loves taking pictures, loves sending them to me. And I have to tell him all the time, Jerry, stop taking photographs through dirty glass. No more dirty windows, Jerry.
That sounds like an ad for Windex.
Yeah,
I know.
But you know what? He's right there with me. He's a solid subscriber. And, sometimes I have to tell him, Jerry, that spot on your window, that's not NIBIRU. I said, get some newspaper and water. And
I'll tell you, this is actually for all you new people that just came into this subject. And it's not meant to make you feel bad, okay? It's just meant to say, so when you first start taking pictures of the sun, you're always going to see that big lens flare on it. And I just want you to know that lens flare with that kind of half moon around it is nothing we can show on our channel. So don't get mad at me if I don't show those pictures. You're going to learn over time what's legitimate, what's not, just like we all had to. But don't get upset when you send a picture and you don't see it, because a lot of times you'll find out later on what it is. It's a lens flare, that kind of thing. But there's always the first person that when they first wake up, they'll start taking pictures of the sun and they'll send us that kind of classic lens flare. Just know that you're going to see one big lens flare every time you use a camera, okay? For sure, unless you've got a special setup. And so just be careful for that and don't be taken in by that. Pay more attention to what's going on by Venus right now. Pay more attention to these big round orbs that are going in front and around the sun right now. Those are the things we got to watch at.
Yeah, wait for the full moon. Like I've been telling everybody, as the days go by and we get to our full moon status, that's going to be a great time to get out there and capture what may possibly be there, because we're going to have a lot more light glinting off of that full moon.
Well, I'm going to be able to do you guys a favor. I'm going to be going to the West Coast during the full moon, so I'm going to be able to, I'm in the West Coast. I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to be able to see it.
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to mention something real quick, and getting back to our subscribers. I know, Steve, you're the same way. I get a lot of touching emails from people constantly thanking me for what I do, what I've placed myself into. I basically put a big target, a big bullseye on my back, and that's okay. I can take it. I'm pretty thick-skinned. But a few days ago, I received an email from one of my subscribers that confided a picture of his little granddaughter. He sent this big picture of this beautiful little blonde-haired girl. And he said to me, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I'm going to take every single day that I have left on this earth, and I'm going to live, because the picture that you're looking at, this is what I'm living for. I'm living for my granddaughter, and I'm living for my life. He's ex-military. And these are the types of emails that I get every single day, and I get people sending me prayers and other photographs like that. I even get people send me a picture of their dog, because I love dogs. So everybody who subscribes to my channel and Steve's channel, your family, you're with us. We are Yeah, I'm gonna sing that song. We are family.
Yeah, woo!
You know?
Okay,
But that's
so
the bottom line.
I want to draw, before I go, Scott, I want to draw a contrast. Go check out Fat Fingers.
Okay.
When she got with all her cronies and they were celebrating the demise of WSO, and compare it to this group of men and women.
Exactly.
Tell me,
Exactly.
who's telling the truth, man?
Yeah,
Is
we're
it
not salivating.
polite,
We're not,
reasonable, logical, kind-hearted people, or is it this? I mean, it was like I was watching a den of demons, man. It was that bad.
Yeah, I was watching it for a little while, and you know, I got pretty much. I'm like, this is wasting my time. You know, this is not proving anything. This is just a playground, and I'm not with it. I mean, I'm not going to waste any more time communicating, trying to, you know, talk about my so-called agenda. Well, you know what? If you want to call it an agenda, call it whatever you want.
Whatever.
You know, bottom line. But listen, you know, we should get together and continue with these broadcasts on the Hangout. I think this stays live as a recording on YouTube. I'm not familiar with this Google Live streaming stuff, but we'll get the hang of it, just like Sausage Fingers did, and you know, we'll continue with it. And I think more and more people will, you know, like the idea. They'll jump on board, and we will be able to get some good current information out, and you know, we'll go from there. But this is what I do full time. I know this is what you do full time, and I'm trying to get my message out there to everyone. Steve's trying to do the same thing. We're not trying to fool anybody. We're not trying this whole fakery crap. All we want is for everyone to start paying attention to what's going on around you. And the bottom line is, my feelings are there is definitely something wrong within our solar system. We're not being told any of the truth. And I think we are being deceived. And the Bible, ancient history, it all falls in line with what is happening right now.
Yep.
And I wish to God that none of this was even happening, because I wanted to enjoy my retirement. I should be, you know, vacationing somewhere warm. You know, I should be out riding.
Grandkids?
Well, I don't have any grandkids yet. But anyways, hey, my son just got accepted to Florida State University yesterday.
That's great, man. That's congratulations. That's really great, man.
Guys, none of us are hoping for this event. I can tell you that with my whole heart. None of us want this to happen.
No, absolutely not. I mean,
I would be happy if somebody could bring me proof that this is all just a big deception and it's just a big lie. I would have the biggest celebration you have ever seen.
I'd suck on their big toe.
Well, you know, since you brought that up, Steve, someone did come up to someone did bring it to my attention. They did say it, and Sean is kind of like a witness. They told him almost the same thing too. Was that they did tell us, what if it is the government deceiving us? What if it is them using this as Project Bluebeam, as them actually making these celestial bodies out there for us to pretend there's something out there? And just remember, okay, if you were to see all the maps and everything that are built, that are made right now, that's supposed to be the new America. Think about it this way: the only way that map's going to be like that is unless it's man-made.
Yeah.
That's what exactly, you know, it could mean a lot like that, because, you know, they're trying to do this alien deception, that aliens are going to come down, do this and that and all. Okay, maybe that alien deception is not going to work, but now let's do this NIBIRU deception. Let's see if the planets come and see if they buy into it.
I don't think the government.
Everybody's buying into it.
I don't think the government's that smart.
Is that smart? Oh man, come on now.
I don't think the government is, but I do think the elites are.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely
The fans on it.
Somebody has an agenda that's not with humanity. Okay, that's the bottom line.
Hey guys,
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Steve. Hey,
Hi,
Dina.
Steve.
I put 2 pictures up on the message board that if you get a chance, I'd like you to take a look at. The first one pretty much speaks for itself, and the second one, the big guy standing there with the little guy. The big guy's actually got 5 fingers and a thumb. That kind of correlated with the Daniel stuff that you were doing. I just wanted to show that to you.
Oh, wow. That was actually on Pastor Paul Bagley today. BP Earth Watch was there, and so was Mike from around the world. And they were talking about what you were just saying right now. Sean.
Uh-huh. So I found more and more information on that, and I just wanted to share that. And definitely going on with bringing back the Nephilim and all that other stuff too. So something to keep an eye on.
All right,
Well-
so we're talking about this family stuff. Okay, I'm gonna send you and Steve that video that I showed you, Scott. The one with that planet, the one right there, right by the. If you guys go ahead and use that, if you guys want to use it, I give you guys permission. All right, like I said, I'm not the type of person who's gonna cry over stuff like that. I'm gonna cry over.
You're not gonna throw a copyright strike against me and Steve?
Dude, come on, man, come on.
Are you gonna
My
cause us?
brothers.
Are you gonna cause us to sue you?
Oh man, sue me. I don't care. You're not gonna get a dime off me anyway.
Hey,
No, but Steve, just to let you know, you used my video one time. The one time you used my video was when I told you that I had found, I guess, a fake sun back in the sun simulator, and you posted it. It was in Madera, California. You were the one that used my video, and I saw that. I was like, oh man, you know what? I love this guy.
Hey, I gotta go. But
All right, man.
pray for your enemies, guys.
cool. All right, buddy. Call me tomorrow morning. Yeah, it was fantastic having Steve on here. You know, I think that was definitely the right thing to do. I mean, he's a good man. He's not out there, you know, he's not out there trying to deceive anyone. He's not out there producing a bunch of fakery. You know, look, here's the bottom line. You know, we all have our own opinions. We're all going to form our own opinions on what we're seeing, what we're experiencing. I don't go onto other YouTube channels that are dealing with NIBIRU or Planet X or climate change, and I don't go onto their channels and ridicule them and try to debunk them. It is a waste of my time. I think the everyday common man and woman with maybe 1/10 of a brain can dissimulate what is real and what is fake. And I think millions and millions and millions of people all over this globe are seeing and experiencing things that they've never seen before. And, you know, you can attribute it to climate change, global warming, whatever you want to say, okay? But to ridicule us for investigating and researching it is just ridiculous. You know, if you want to, you know, name call and mudsling, what are you going to do? We can't stop it. We can't prevent it. But when things start to get very personal and you infiltrate someone's family, you try to do harm to these individuals. Hey, look, I know I run my mouth because, you know, they stir me up a little bit, and I'm hot-tempered Italian. What could I say? But the bottom line is, you know, when you close your eyes and you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, you're still the same person that you are. And nothing's going to change me. I had one of these individuals tell me the other day that, you know, he had 100% concrete evidence that what we're experiencing is a severe climate change. I said, okay, show me the evidence and change my mind. The conversation went dead. I've yet to receive one shred of evidence pertaining to that. And yes, we are going through a massive climate change. Things are definitely getting a little weird around the globe. What does it have to do with? You know, that's what we're investigating.
Well, it's kind of weird. The main thing we have to really put into perspective, okay, is why is our sun tilting and why is our Earth tilting?
Exactly. What's bringing on the climate change?
Yes, exactly. That's the main thing. That's the main thing, because if you think about it, nothing's going to tilt the Earth unless there's something strong enough to have all kinds of force to bring that sucker down.
Absolutely. That's going to have to be a stronger force to, hey, just like, you know, people say Nancy Lieder is crazy, she's a nutcase. But if you look at her Zeta Talk website and a lot of the information that she has on there and some of the models that she's done, and Dave Dobbs has also done and completed some very good models dealing with Nemesis and Nibiru and how our North Pole will be attracted to the magnetism and the energy from the other planet, which is much, much larger than ours. Okay, let's just say this is all hypothetical. But in reality, that is true. That is true. Something disturbed Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter. All of these planets have been disturbed by another celestial body that has interacted with them.
Or another solar system. There could be the same thing. Solar system is still another body, because they need something big to swing around that.
Yeah, I mean, and then people go into this, oh, you know, the burning of fossil fuels is.
You mean Al Gore's climate change? You mean?
Yeah, that's just a bunch of crap. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, what we do here on this earth with pollution and air pollution does definitely have something to do with it. But our earth has been around for billions of years without, you know, modern man. I know modern man has definitely taken its toll on the earth, but the earth is very resilient. It can bounce back, and, you know, life will continue no matter what. But again,
since we're talking about this, Nancy Leader, was that true that the Earth stopped its rotation in 2003 for a while?
no, I think if the earth, trust me, brother, if the earth ever stops its rotation, every single
We would have
man,
found, right?
every single man, woman, and child on this planet would have known it. But
That's what
you know,
they said it stopped. It stopped for about an hour or so. The rotation
No,
stopped as soon as planet came in our system.
now, if the earth would stop its rotation, the swell of water around the equator would create the most disastrous tsunamis that any human being on this planet would ever see in 10 lifetimes. But you know, these physical possibilities are all very, very true. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to listen to the biblical background of this information. They don't want to listen to the ancient Chinese writings, which are documented in writing, and the Chinese language and alphabet hasn't changed at all in 6,000 years. And Sean, could you mute your mic? Get that feedback's rough. But you know, the Chinese alphabet hasn't changed in 6,000 years. So when Gil Broussard read that information, dated back, what was it, 4,000 or 5,000 years, it was very easy to decipher because the language has not changed. So that is the best hardcore data that he relied on. And, you know, whenever we interviewed him and we talked for 4 hours, you know, he kept reiterating that was some very serious information that he uncovered. And you have to pay attention to that, you know, because back in
go ahead. I'm sorry about
that. But back in these ancient times, you know, remember, these people weren't modern. They looked into the sky every minute of the day. That is how they told time. That is how
nature. They were tuned to nature.
Exactly. And what are people tuned to today? Electronics.
Like they're like this right now. As right now, you see this black little thing right here, this little device. They're like this right now every day. Every day.
That's it.
They're all like zombies on the phone every day. That's what I say, man. Zombies. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, but so since we're talking about the Zeta, hey, have you ever seen these freaking spaceships that are by the Soho?
Yeah, actually, I caught 2 of them yesterday.
Matter of fact, let me share my screen with you so I can show you. I got a couple right here too. Maybe we might have the same. Who knows? Let me show you this one right here first.
I got mine. I got mine off of Soho from yesterday.
Have you seen this
Paul
one?
Paul told me to go check on Soho. I took a look at it. He was just wanting me to show me a solar flare.
Yeah.
But my eyes are so tuned in on you know, analyzing the Soho and Lascaux and Secchi footage. I immediately spotted 2 UFOs blazing by, slowed the footage down, zoomed in, and sure enough, they're 2 UFO craft.
Well, here's one right here. Have you seen this one?
Let me see. Hold on one second.
And this was taken this year, last month.
Well, that's either an alien spacecraft or one hell of a big rock.
Yep. And then we got this one right here. That has to be NIBIRU.
Actually, to tell you the truth, that could be
one
of the, I mean, that looks like one of them crafts. I mean, you know, Robert Evans, he's documented a lot of this, and you know, I was told, like you're showing right there, I was told those were ice crystals.
Those are no ice crystals. Those no ice crystals. That's my butt.
That's what their professional opinion was, that those were ice crystals. Well, let me tell you something. The sun's a pretty hot star. If you had an iceberg that freaking big, that close to the sun, don't you think it would have melted?
Yes, it would have, sir.
Give me a break. You know, I mean, don't insult my intelligence. You know, you may think I'm stupid. Think what you want to think, but that's not ice. Okay? And ice crystals don't make 90-degree turns in front of your face going at the speed of light. And you can clearly see these objects. And hey, look, I believe in alien life. I mean, there has to be, in all of the galaxies and universe, the whole 9 yards, there has to be more than humans. Bottom line. Think what you want, watch the X-Files, whatever, but it's just my thought. You know, I definitely think that there is more out there than just us.
Actually made for them, that show was actually to let us know that there was actually other things out there in this world. That's what the hope for that.
Yeah, I truly, yeah,
was made for.
I truly believe it. I truly believe that, you know, extraterrestrials have been interacting with humans for a very, very long time. It's in the Bible. There's ancient artwork, hieroglyphics. Everything leads to it, shows and talks about it. The evidence is there.
And if you go back in time and take a look at the Romans coins way back in the day, what does it have right on it? It has spaceships. Until think back in the way back in the paintings way back in the day, they had spaceships in there. You know, so it's like, come on, you know, they were around. They've been around. Actually, I agree with what Sean said about the way they were. They're basically those aliens. They're not aliens. They're us in the future. You got to realize there's something that's exactly what makes a lot of sense. When we were first born, us as a human race, we had all kinds of hair. I mean, we were hairy. Then as a generation started going on and on, we're losing our hair little by little,
I'm still hairy.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm trying to get what I'm trying to get. I mean, what I'm trying to get at, you know, before we were all like, you just put it this way, in the beginning, if you want to consider us being Neanderthals or whatever, that's what you basically, you know, they were all hairy, cavemen, they were all hairy. Everybody was all hairy. And then when Noah and them came, they had beard, big old beards and everything. Then now as us generations started coming on, we're getting less hairier and hairier. So like what Sean made a lot of sense thinking, you know, saying this is that, what if there was, they're us in the future, but they're hairless. I mean, they don't have no more hair. You know, with their genes, you got to realize our genes get manipulated every single time. Every single time we have a new generation.
Yeah, and there's still a lot that that we don't know about, you know, our DNA and things of that nature. But I mean, there's been a lot of talk about all of the different extraterrestrial races, the Palladians, the Nordics, you know, the Greys. I mean, you could go on and on. I think I've heard talk about the Intergalactical or the Galactic Federation, you know, the whole 9 yards, and they're protecting our planet. Our planet was experiment. I mean, there's so many different ideas, but you could go on and on. I guess we're never really going to know until they literally land on the White House lawn, as they say. John, you there? We can hear your mic.
Is that me? Oh, okay.
What's happening, Sean?
Hey, yeah, you know what? We're going to see more and more, and that's all part of the awakening anyway. You know, as our minds open up and we realize, you know, that we're spirit beings in a physical body. So our spirit beings are directly related and relative to all these other beings.
Where are you at? Where are you at? You in an industrial plant or something? Some kind of factory?
No, I'm taking a ride to pay the electrical bill. I mean, the rent.
Oh, God, yeah. The old dreaded rent.
I call that in Spanish la renta.
Yeah, everything should be free in life. You know?
Hey, it's not free. I'll tell you that. I don't give a damn what everybody says this is a free country. Oh, no, it's not. I mean, shit. You say something wrong already, now they're trying to get you for freaking terrorists. Like, what the hell?
I know, absolutely. But I think this, our little radio broadcast, as I'll call it, I think we'll, you know, start to do more and more of these. And I think we should also give maybe some of our subscribers a chance to get on and communicate with us. Like we, you know, whenever I'm on some of these radio shows, there's quite a bit of interaction with the listeners and the subscribers, and you know, they're able to get on and speak their piece and talk. And I think you know, the more I learn about this little Google Hangout apparatus, I'll fine tune it, and you know, we'll definitely definitely do that.
Little advice, maybe or not, maybe a little option that you could probably do too. You maybe your next video that you make, you could go ahead and announce that you're going to make a radio, you know, live broadcasting for Google, and all your subscribers that want to join, that you know, the main subscribers that you already know that that'll be here, that'll help you out. You know, not the ones that are going to want to come out here and start. Won't be, you know, like fat fingers and everything. I want to start debunking everybody and everything. But you know, the people that you know you can trust, give them this link. Give it to
yeah, I mean, some of these people, these trolls, whatever you want to call them. I mean, literally, man, they have some very deep-rooted psychological problems. And it would be one thing if these were like some kind of teenagers or something, but these are grown men and women that are actually getting off on this subject. Literally, sitting behind a computer day in and day out, trolling YouTube channels for the sick-minded sake of pleasure. And listen, my mother was a professor of psychology. She taught at a university. I know a lot about psychology just from growing up in that house. These individuals are very sick-minded adults. And if they actually have children that they're raising, God forbid those poor kids what they're going to grow up like. Let's just hope and pray they don't grow up like their parents that are literally YouTube trolls. I mean, it's ridiculous. And if somebody can sit on a YouTube channel in the comment section for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, that tells me one thing. You're a bum, you don't have a freaking job, and you're a worthless piece of life. You don't even deserve life. You should be out there supporting your family unless someone's paying you to sit there in your diaper, peeing your pants, and trolling YouTube channels. Because that is the most adolescent job I've ever heard of. I'd rather pack bags at a grocery store than to be a dirty, rotten YouTube troll.
No, you never know. They probably promised them a bunker or something.
Yeah, debunk this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
they're gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a bunker. This is the bunker you're gonna get. Debunk this. See you later."
Now listen. Let's go into the cornflake video.
Okay.
Okay. Did you watch the cornflake video?
Yes, I did.
Of the cameraman.
We're talking about the dizzy cameraman.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy goes from debunking Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles to debunking Planet X and the Nemesis solar system. Okay. Now, at the time of his debunking cornflake video that is on YouTube, and I don't care if he deleted it, I already copied the video, and I'm going to keep it for safekeeping. But I read a few of the comments that were below that video in 2013. And he was living in his mother's basement at the time as he was debunking 2 boxes of cornflakes because of the box size and the weight of the content. Now, let me say something. I'm going to have to give him credit. He did a fantastic scientific job debunking them damn cornflakes. I can't help it, man. He did a great job. I mean, what the hell was he trying to prove?
That he could be a great debunker. That's all it is. That's what he's trying to prove.
Of freaking cornflakes made in New Zealand.
You got to start off with cereal.
I mean, how can you go from
that was his interview video.
yeah. But listen, this is like okay, going from being a veterinarian to performing freaking brain surgery. Would you let that guy operate on you? Oh yeah, I just graduated from veterinarian school. Can I operate on your brain? I don't think so, buddy. Okay, so you know, if anybody wants to give credit to this cameraman who debunks cornflakes, well, hey, listen, you know, go join his Facebook page, go join his YouTube channel, go join his little merry gang of trolls, because here's the bottom line. It seems to me that none of them actually have real jobs because they are actually on YouTube all day long, sitting in the comment section of YouTube channels, trying to wreak havoc. And when I questioned him about what he does for a living, how could you afford to waste all this time doing this? He claimed that he was on disability. He suffers from some kind of something. But yet,
back problem?
Yeah, but he has enough strength to debunk cornflakes in his mother's basement and then move to debunking Planet X. Wow.
Hey, you gotta realize he graduated. He graduated from somewhere. He got his degree.
That reminds me of the old TV show The Jeffersons. Their theme song, the opening. We're moving on up to the sky. We're moving on up. Man, give me a freaking break. Fruity Pebbles. Yabba dabba doo. From the freaking Flintstones.
See, now I get that. Now I get why you send me that freaking
The meme.
Yeah, that meme. Hey, Fruity Pebbles. That's not freaking Planet A for Nemesis. I was laughing when I saw that. I was like, no way. Like, no way, Scott. Come on now.
I had already been up for 30 hours straight, you know, dealing with these earthquakes and stuff like that, and trying to get some information out. And I had one of my subscribers who literally hates this man with a passion, would actually like to probably do bodily harm to him. But he sent me an email. He said, Scott, you have to see this video on YouTube. And I said, okay, you know, I get hundreds of those emails every day. And he said, it's from your favorite friend, your little Kiwi friend in New Zealand. I said, oh God, it has to be the blue Smurf. Okay, so I click on the link, and all of a sudden there's that pitiful accent, not showing his face, only his arms, in his mother's basement with a 2-burner stove, two boxes of cereal, and a big gigantic glass measuring cup. And he is literally, with his Sharpie magic marker and his scale, debunking 2 boxes of cornflakes. And then in the end, he mentions the name of the manufacturer and says, I forget what the name of the cereal company is. He's like, you're going to have to answer to this. You know what, dude? It turned out to be that there was 1 inch less cereal in the box. So what? Packaging has, packaging is very, you could deceive people with packaging. I dealt with it in advertising. Okay.
Look at the potato chip bag. They give you more potato chip.
That's what it is. And what he was debunking was about a gram of weight. Now they increased the size of the box because they had to increase the size of the packaging, because they had to increase the compressed air in the packaging to keep the damn cereal fresh. So therefore, they had to put it in a bigger box. Did they charge more money for it? I don't know. But who goes from debunking a damn cereal company in New Zealand to debunking Planet X and the cosmos? Can't help it. Yabba dabba do, baby.
Yeah, yabba dabba do. Somebody who's been on their knees a lot, going down and pleasing somebody.
Hey, I mean, listen, man. When I saw that video, it's 22 minutes.
22 minutes of debunking cereal?
I swear to God, dude, it's 22 minutes. Now, whenever I get sad or depressed, which is not so often, I'm going to pull that video up and I'm going to laugh my freaking balls off, because when I watched it, I was literally pissing my pants, cracking up at his scientific approach to debunking 2 boxes of harmless little cornflakes. And then 1 cornflake pops out of the bowl and lands on the counter. And he says, oh, let's not get away, little cornflake. And he throws it back in the big glass measuring cup. I fell off the chair. I almost broke my freaking jaw.
Man, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me, not to be mean, I don't make fun of people, but he reminds me of a person who's actually poor, who's trying to keep everything that they have. Regardless, if it's a crumb that falls on the floor, I got to save that crumb for later, because I'm not going to have nothing to eat.
Well, listen, when you watch the video, if you pay very close attention to the stove, to the left in the video, it's a little tiny 2-burner stove. Okay, I'm talking something that would be in a subcompact apartment where maybe, maybe this is like 1 room.
That's in the shack you're talking about.
And then I was reading the comments. Under that video, and there was only a few. And one of the individuals that was making the comments about the video was saying, are you still living in your mother's basement? So, this guy's probably still living in his mother's basement, making himself out to be this big amateur astronomer, debunking Planet X videos on YouTube while he still lives in his mother's basement, and he's probably still debunking cornflakes. That's pretty bad, dude.
Who knows? He graduated to debunking bread. He's probably gonna get all this stuff. He's probably gonna buy one loaf of bread and another loaf of bread, and he put that 1 loaf and giving out more slices.
Hey, I could see him with like a set of machinist calipers measuring the size of the freaking bread. Okay, you're robbing the public. You're robbing the public of a microgram of material. Give me a break. Go
Man.
back to debunking cornflakes, and the other one who talks about what is it? Optical phenomenon, atmospheric phenomenon.
Yeah.
I mean, she uses that stupid phrase every chance she can get. It's so well rehearsed. It's like they're reading from a freaking script. Okay, give me a break. You're not natural. You're fake.
Yeah. You mean
Okay,
the
and everything.
that the Illuminati gave them, the elite gave them? The one
Oh,
that
for God's sakes! If the Illuminati gave them a script, they wouldn't even be able to reid it.
They are reading it right now. What are you talking about? They're debunking you guys. They are reading it. They're doing what they can, what they think they can, but they can't because you got to realize you guys already opened up a lot of people's eyes. I mean, you got CIA, military, everybody who's opened up already. You know, who actually knows what's going on. You know, did someone that are not scared of, to speak out? Come on, who are they gonna actually? They're just like what that Dizzy, whatever that guy's name is. The way he tried to say that, what's the name? John Moore was a liar.
Oh my God! I know.
That right there, that day, that got me so much. Okay, put it this way: from that day, I was gonna give that man a little bit of respect, a little bit of benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Because maybe I thought maybe he was just doing whatever you want, to give everybody to say, oh, well, this is not happening because he was scared himself. You know what I mean? That's why I thought I was gonna give it to him. But when he put John Moore down that day, I said, you know what? Nah, this guy is actually putting someone who's well respected around everywhere you go. Everybody will tell you about this man. He's well respected. And you're gonna put a man down that way? Nah, that's when he lost all credibility for me. I said, you know what?
Well, here's the thing, Alex. If you watch the cornflake video, the thought of ever giving this man 1 ounce of respect will leave your mind instantaneously. Because you're gonna go, I'm gonna repeat it again. You're gonna go from debunking cornflakes in New Zealand.
And your mom's basement, don't forget that.
Yeah, in your mom's basement, to debunking the cosmos. Well, alrighty then. You go right ahead and keep it up. I mean, give me a break, man.
I get you now. Now I get it. Now the way you say it, the way you said it right now, and now I get it. Now that looks pretty bad on that guy.
Okay, you give respect where respect is due.
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom line, you're not going to go from debunking cornflakes in your mother's basement to debunking Planet X, Nemesis, Nibiru, the cosmos. I don't care if you are an amateur astronomer, and I don't care if you are quite intelligent. You weren't intelligent enough to delete that video from freaking YouTube to cover your ass.
But I hate to say this. Bad. I hate to say this. These 3 people or 4 people, 5 people that are all innocent, they're all wrong. Because you know what? Not even the professional scientists or astronomers even know about our universe. So how can they know about our universe?
You know how they know about our universe? They found it as one of those little surprises that you get in that cornflake box.
Oh, there's a free gift inside. That's right. That's like when you buy the Cracker Jack box to get that little free gift inside.
Yeah, that's where Astro Boy got his decoder ring.
That's where he got his sky shard at.
Yes. And this is a man who has a PhD, supposedly, or a bachelor's or whatever. He calls himself doctor. Okay.
That's a PhD.
Your bachelor's degree, your BS, stands for exactly what it means. You have a degree in BS. Because you may be able to talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. So if you were actually making enough money, professor, whatever your job title is, Astro Boy, why are you wasting your time debunking Planet X videos on YouTube? Shouldn't you be out with a young woman, having a great time, enjoying your life?
Yeah.
No, your life is so damn boring that you don't even have friends other than the trolls on YouTube and Miss Sausage Fingers and Cornflake Man. Okay, so I mean, these people are just really, man.
We got our new names for them already. We got Cornflake Man, we got Sausage Fingers, and we got Ass Boy.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's their name. That's their name.
And basically, whenever we have to do things like this, I mean, we're dropping ourselves to their level. But sometimes, in the course of a battle or a war, and that's exactly what they've made this. You have to do things that would normally be out of your own personality. Like, because I'm not a vicious person. I'm not a mean person. I'm a very passionate person. I'm a very caring person. But when you come at me and you threaten me and you threaten what I believe in, then I'm going to take that very, very personally, and I will fight you to the end. I consider myself to be like a gladiator. I will fight you to the end. You're going to have to take the last breath that I have to put me down. Other than that, if you don't like my reaction, then don't create it.
Yep.
Don't create it. And if you want to debunk videos, go right ahead. Do what you got to do. But these people have taken it to a personal level. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely uncalled for. And they call themselves a community. Whatever. That community is the ghetto. It's trash. Anybody who follows it, you might as well consider them to be trash also. It's like watching pornography.
Yeah, but you know, that's the kind of pornography you do not want to watch.
Exactly.
Especially when you start seeing some fat fingers roll around that camera, you'd be like, what the hell is that?
You know, I'll be honest with you. Every time I see those sausage fingers, I think of Oscar Mayer and like hot dogs, like Johnsonville bratwurst.
We're talking about freaking the jumbo kind, right? Jumbo Frank?
Yeah. Like, how did the old Oscar Mayer song go? My
name,
my baloney has a first name.
We know what it is. We can spell it out, but we're not going to do that.
Exactly. But I definitely think that, you know, the Google Hangout, hey, they utilize it to be very vicious towards people. We're going to utilize it for now on, getting on here and, you know, sharing the photographs that subscribers are sending in. We're going to utilize the Google Hangout the proper way, and we're going to utilize it to our favor, and we're going to get more and more people involved in it, and we're not going to give out a bunch of time to these low-level people, because basically that's what they are. They're very low-rated people. Now, some of them may be educated, some of them may be smart, but they're really not smart enough. If they just sat down and took a look at what they were actually doing, maybe they would wake up and say, you know, maybe what I'm doing isn't right. You know, I don't believe in Nemesis. I don't believe in NIBIRU. I don't believe in Planet X. Maybe I ought to go at it alone. Why do you need this group of lowlifes to prove your point? Get on YouTube, open up your own channel, and go at it as if you were me. You don't believe in it. I believe in it. So I'm producing videos based on information I'm getting from around the world and information that I'm uncovering myself. So far, they haven't shown anything to the world that disproves anything. All they've done is placed a bunch of word salad out there, confuse people, and put a doubt in their mind.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what they do.
Exactly. You just brought a good point, because I was just about to say that too. I was about to say, you know what? You did bring, you know, not only you, there's a lot of other people out there, but, you know, you're the main one right now that they're targeting, because you're the main one that's actually putting videos out left and right, you know, left and right, you know.
Well, they've been targeting, yeah, they've been targeting me for quite a long time.
Yeah.
What they didn't think of is, because they didn't know me personally, they thought that I was just going to roll over like the rest of the YouTubers and take it in the rear end. But what they found out real quick is that I'm a fighter. I'm not going to stand for your BS, and I will fight you face to face. Whatever it takes, I don't back down. I will come at you with everything that I have, and they're doing the same. So the bottom line is, yeah, I have an agenda. The agenda is I want to find out the truth. I want to make sure 100% that what's happening to our globe, to our Earth, is not something in the solar system that we're being deceived by our world governments. And the fact of the matter is, no one has disproved it.
Exactly. I mean, you guys are bringing out what's going on out there. What we're seeing ourselves too. Not, you know, you got, okay, it's happening all over the whole world. All over this whole world. You know, it's happening right here. Okay, even New Zealand, they're seeing it. That's probably why Daza's getting freaked out, because they're seeing it more, and he's trying to debunk it, but he's trying to make it seem like it's a dream. Oh.
I think deep down inside, after that last blasting earthquake down there, that when I spoke with the seismologist in Mexico, he said that they definitely downplayed the magnitude of the earthquakes in New Zealand, and he also warned me that they're going to get hit again. And he said that the next time they get hit is, I think he said it's going to be in the North Island, and he said it's going to be very, very devastating. Now, they've downplayed the damage in New Zealand. The damage was massive, dude. It was very bad, very bad.
Didn't it raise like 6 meters or something like that over there, or 3 meters?
I mean, literally, I mean, it did some serious destruction, and I'm very glad that, you know, more people weren't killed. We don't even know if that was true, that more people didn't lose their lives, you know. And the gentleman from Mexico also told me that there will be forecasts for these earthquakes that are going to create a big problem for Japan, and also the western coast of South America and the west coast of the United States, specifically California, and the northern states, you know, especially up there in Washington along that Cascadian fault line. It's coming.
Yeah, once that Cascadian fault line goes off, there goes all the ring of fire right there.
Yeah, but like the bottom line is, okay, so what's wrong with being prepared? What's wrong with having your own little contingency plan, your emergency plan? Are you going to tell me that it's not right for people to listen to information that could possibly save their lives? That, you know, okay, let's get an emergency plan together. Let's start listening to this information, because mainstream media, you can't believe it. You can't believe what's on CNN.
Nope.
Okay, now, I'm not CNN. I'm not a news reporting agency. I'm a regular guy who's smart and who has decided to put a target on his back, and they're firing at it. And I'm going to continue to do my investigations. I'm going to continue to do my research. And I don't care if they shut my YouTube channel down. I'll open up another one, and another one, and another one. And I will continue, because I don't think it's right for everyone to walk around and then all of a sudden get blindsided by a catastrophe that some major players knew it was about to happen.
Yeah, well, I don't understand, like you just said too, about preparation and getting ready. Okay, everybody don't understand, or they're just too blind to see. The government's already here, or got prepared. They've been prepared.
Yeah.
They got damn freaking bunkers already for themselves and for whoever else they're gonna save. Okay,
You're damn right they're prepared.
And people are out there are trying to debunk that nothing's gonna happen and this and that. No, you do have a right to tell people. They have a right to get prepared. We all have a right to know. You know,
Absolutely.
Everybody has a right. So that's why I give you guys, I respect you guys a lot for what you guys do. And I do feel bad that you guys have that target on your back. I do, because I would hate to be walking in your guys' shoes every day when someone you see, or somebody who really can't stand you. Maybe one day, like what happened to you. They try to put some bomb down there. That's fast. That blew my mind when I heard that. First thing I did was went on there on your channel right there. Make sure that you're okay. I said, man, I hope you're okay. I got you in my prayers, Scott. I was like, wow, man, that blew me away. And that's when I started realizing, wow, these people are actually, are willing to get rid of anybody just, because they're saying the truth, And
Yep,
like,
absolutely.
My heart goes out to you guys for you guys doing this.
I mean,
I love you guys, man.
Yeah, man, I love you too, dude. We're forming a solid, family, a solid crew of people that actually want to, they want to invest their time into, the proper investigations and research. Research, I kind of use the word research. That's kind of what a scientist does. I feel that I'm more of an investigator, because I do have a very analytical mind. I want answers. I don't want somebody feeding me a line of BS. And the majority of the time, I have to go out and I have to find the answers myself.
Well, like you said, you ain't going to get it in the mainstream media.
Exactly. I don't believe anything that I see on TV, and I very, very seldom watch the news.
Oh, I don't
because
watch the news.
it's very depressing. You can't believe what you're seeing and what you're hearing. It is a shame. It's a shame. And what really touched me today, and I've said this before, I had all the plans in the world to retire, live the rest of my life, be able to see, my kids grow up as adults and move on with their lives and into careers. and all that good stuff, you know. And then my son just, you know, gets accepted to FSU, and you know, my daughter wants to go to law school. And I wake up every day, and those are some of the first thoughts that come to my mind, that I may not live to see this. I may not live to see that growth. And that hurts. That stabs me right in the heart. And, you know, when I read the emails from subscribers from all over, and they're sane people, they have 100% of their mind. And even the people that have half of it, they know better. But it really gets to me that, you know, there may come that point in time where I'm not going to be able to see these things that meant so much to me. You know, and I'm going to share a little quick story with you. This morning, I went out for breakfast, and the lady who waited on my table, she had to be close to 80 years old. Okay, in a like a Denny's restaurant. Okay, 80 years. She could barely walk. Her hands crippled with arthritis because I could see it. Okay, people that are of this age, they shouldn't be working at McDonald's. They shouldn't be working at Denny's. Our country should be taking care of these people. They worked their entire lives. Some of them were the building blocks of this country and other countries. And that broke my heart to have that elderly lady wait on me. It did, dude. It broke my heart. And, you know, instead of leaving the tip on the table, I went back in the kitchen of the restaurant and I found her. And I handed her more money than the bill was worth. And her eyes brightened up. And, you know, you know, oh, thank you so much, honey. It was like talking and dealing with my own grandmother. And I'll be damned if I would let my grandmother wait on me at her age. That broke my heart today.
It's more a shame of the person who hired her to made her be working right there. That's the thing.
Exactly. Exactly. But the bottom line is, why does she have to work?
She shouldn't. She should be home right now, enjoying her life, her retirement. She should be there
Exactly.
vacationing, going seeing if she has grandkids, go spending time with her grandkids or spending time with her kids right now.
Yeah, that made me sick to my stomach. I've been thinking about it since I left the restaurant and got in my car. You know, but I mean, I can't solve all of the world's problems, and I can't solve everyone's problems, but you know, it does. It hit me pretty hard. And you know, the whole fact of the matter that, you know, my son wants to, I mean, a matter of fact, my son's acceptance into FSU is on a partial scholarship.
Oh, that's still great.
Yeah, which is absolutely, I'm very proud of him.
And that's a great school too.
Oh yeah, man, FSU, baby. You know, I mean, he wants to play baseball.
Florida State Gators?
Florida State University, FSU.
Yeah, isn't that the Gators, right?
Seminoles.
The Seminoles?
Yeah. So, you know, just one of those things, man. You know, you got to wake up every day, and you have to be prepared for the worst. And that's what I'm faced with every single day, is I'm going to wake up, and what am I going to be faced with? Do I have these YouTube trolls trying to kill me, shut my YouTube channel down, you know, mess around with my family, take pot shots at me? Yeah, you could take pot shots at me all you want. I don't care. But that doesn't bother me one bit, you know. But what they did to Steve Olson and WSO at his YouTube channel, it's going to be short-lived. You know, it's not going to work. We've been in contact with YouTube personally yesterday and today, and they've been filled with all of the information that we've put together against them. And now the tables are going to be turned a little bit, and within the next 10 days, hey, some of those YouTube channels may be shut down and permanently banned from YouTube for harassment and cyberbullying, and it's all in the YouTube policy and procedures, blah, blah, blah. We outlined it for them. They sent back return correspondence that they are on it. So they're pretty stupid making the videos that they're making, because that's in a court of law, that would be considered evidence. But yeah, we're not dealing with a court of law, but it's still evidence. Bottom line. You know, so they can continue making their hangout videos, naming them troll, what the hell does that stand for? Truth. I forget, whatever it is, litany and lies or whatever, you know. And then on top of that, they're impersonating U.S. naval research offices, departments of the United States government. That's a freaking felony.
Yeah, it is.
And if you think that you can do it from a foreign country such as New Zealand, well, let's not forget that New Zealand is an ally of the United States, and let's not forget about Interpol. So, you know, if you piss the U.S. government off enough, they'll reach out and touch you, and you won't even know it.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, man, they're not that, you know, they may be smart in little ways, but when you take a look at the grand picture, nah. You know, they may hide behind their fancy little accents and their little education and their fancy talk, but when it all comes down to it, you got to be street smart nowadays, and they're not street smart. I'm both.
Hold on here. I'm gonna talk to you, but when I talk to you, I want to talk to you. I don't want no profanity or nothing here. Okay? I don't want. I'm gonna talk to you straight like a man. Okay? So no profanity. Oh man, I couldn't stand that one interview that you guys had on. What was it, Fight for Your Freedom? Well, I'm gonna talk to you, but I don't want no profanity. I'm not aggressive. I'm not aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, but when you're coming after somebody on a personal level, they're attacking me. They're attacking my YouTube channel. You know, they're attacking me personally. Well, what do you want an individual to do? Do you want me to walk away with my tail between my legs? I mean, they've blatantly just come out and said, shut your YouTube channel down and all of your problems will go away. Well, guess what? When you tell me something like that, I am just going to turn up the volume. And they say the same thing. Oh, okay, so that's what you're going to do? Well, then we're going to come after you even more. Well, more power to you, baby, because I'm still here. I'm rocking and I'm rolling and I'm getting my message out. And the only way you're going to stop me is to take my breath away forever. And that constitutes.
That's not about to happen. We'll make sure that's not to happen.
So anyways, we're going to continue, ladies and gentlemen, everybody listening to our live hangout on YouTube with my NIBIRU News and NIBIRU Planet X 2016 channel and WSO. We will continue in our research and our investigations. And we will continue in the future with our live broadcasts. So stay tuned. We're getting some bad feedback here. That got to be Sean's fault again.
All right.
Is Sean there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. I finally got to the house I could plug in so I can talk to you guys again.
There you go, buddy.
I can hear your echo.
Yeah, we got to get you a headset.
He does have a headset, but I think his headset is generic kind. Or I think it's a great kind, but I think it's his phone.
Is it a cell phone? Is it a cell phone earpiece?
Yeah. Let's see if that works. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. I turned the Bluetooth on.
Yeah, you still get the echo.
Oh.
Not much you can do about it.
No, but when we talk, we get the echo.
Yeah, let me see if I mute my mic. Let me mute myself for a minute.
Okay, let me see. I still get the echo.
I can hear you clear. I can hear you good.
I know you can hear me clear. Hold on, let me do myself and see if you guys can get the echo.
All right.
So what's happening? You got some NIBIRU news for us?
Oh, all the time. Actually, most of the stuff going on right now is really pertaining to Antarctica. There's all sorts of stuff going on right now with that.
I know, man. What's up with Antarctica? I heard it's melting.
Yeah. There's some things going on down there. They've been going on for a long time. I've gotten some theories. I've gotten some solid evidence. And it's basically going to become another nation. We may not live to see that, but it's in the works.
Yeah, did you see where they just sent 74 girls down there between 16 and 28?
To do what?
Exactly.
Are the Clintons in charge of that?
Probably so.
Oh my God.
Well,
hey, you got to realize.
Actually, I think it's one of the clubs of the Rothschilds.
Oh, figures. Lord have mercy. Well, I'll tell you what, Sean. This is what we're going to do. We're going to schedule another YouTube Hangout broadcast, and we're going to center the whole entire thing on what's going on in the Antarctic, and see what your schedule's like for tomorrow. We'll get together the pictures, the evidence, and we'll put it together. Do you have a home computer or no?
Nothing that I can plug into right now. All I got is my phone, but I've got everything, all the files, everything that I've been collecting from Antarctica, and everything is already on my phone.
Okay, but you're not able to share it though on the screen share, right?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, I can't share it on screen share, but I can put it up on the board, and then you guys can grab it and do anything with it.
Okay, yeah, we'll work that out. Outside of the actual broadcast itself, we'll get together later on our own hangout, and we'll discuss that. We got to solve the echo situation somehow.
Okay.
We definitely got to solve that, because I mean I hear myself talk once, and for me to hear myself talk twice, it gets on my own nerves.
Yeah, I know. I hear that.
I can't stand hearing myself. God only knows. I don't see how the subscribers like it.
What a guy.
But anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off of here because we're like actually, I think, a half an hour over. But we'll get together later on in our own Google Hangout for our team, and we'll discuss this Antarctic information. And we will definitely go from there. Alex, thank you for being here. Sean, thank you for being here. And everybody out there that's listening to NIBIRU News and NIBIRU Planet X 2016, make sure you continue to support our channels and also Steve Olson at WSO. His channel will be back up in less than 10 days. So everybody, just stay tuned and have a safe one.
God bless.
Talk to you guys soon.
Take care.
We are live on the air, NIBIRU Planet X 2016 with Alex out in California, big part of the NIBIRU Planet X team.
Hell yeah.
How's it going, Alex?
It's going pretty good, my brother Scott. I mean, it's the only thing I gotta say is, motherfucker, it's getting cold over here.
Yeah, it's getting kind of cold here too, man. 22 degrees.
Hey, but you know what's kind of crazy? You know what's kind of crazy is that I've been noticing. I've been taking a look at the high call, the way our globe is right now. Hey, the way it looks like we're sliding, guy.
Actually, I just got a report from my guy in. Hold on one second, Alex. Hold on one second.
Well,
Hold on, I'm checking something out right now, real quick. What am I doing? It's because you're on the wrong channel, Raven.
I went to your channel. I went to the NIBIRU News. There was nothing showing, so I went to your other channel. I checked both.
Get to watch the commercial. See what it says. All right, my brother. I think we got all the little technical difficulties taken care
We're off
of.
the way. Alrighty.
Yeah, Steve's going to be on probably in about 10 minutes. But was there something you want to screen share with me?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna screen share with you right now. I've been tracking this object right here for quite a while, so share this with you so you can actually see what I've been seeing in our skies. And this is kind of weird, guy. I'm being honest right here. Let me see. This one is, I think this one's the one that I need to tell you about the Southwest Star. Okay, excuse that, man. Excuse that. As you can see, look at that's the Southwest. That's not the Southwest Star. That's the new star that's in our system.
Okay, yeah, I got a couple of photographs like that from a few subscribers.
Okay, and if you're to see this right here, let me fast forward a little bit so you can see. So you can see the Southwest. This is the Southwest Star, guy. Look at the Southwest Star.
That looks like a planet.
That is a planet. It is a planet.
So we're just going to have to nickname that the new Southwest planet.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's a planet to me, and not only that, you can say, look at there it is. That's the other star that was of interest, but I couldn't hold it right. But that's the star right there. You can take a look at it right there. That's the star in interest.
Now, I had a subscriber send me a very good video 2 days ago, and he is using a video camera, and on his cell phone, he has the Sky Map application. And that's the application that you could point to the sky. It shows you the planets, where they're at right now in real time, the constellations, the stars, the satellites. And he videotapes the object in the southwest sky just before it gets dark. The sky is still kind of blue. You could see the object very, very high in the sky. He points his cell phone with the Sky Map application on it. It clearly shows Venus way, way lower, right above the horizon. And then when he raises the cell phone towards that object in the sky, it shows nothing. It reads no object that should be there. And that to me is solid evidence. Because when he turns the cell phone to the right and lowers the cell phone where Venus is, the moon now shows up off to the right and is clearly on the Sky Map application. So to me, that's definite that there is something there. It's not on the Sky Map chart. It's not on any star chart. And I'll be damned if someone's going to tell me that this object doesn't exist or that
Venus.
Object is Venus, because it is clearly not Venus. 100% not Venus.
If you take a look right now on your screen, what I'm sharing with you right now, can you see?
I can see it, brother.
Take a look at that object. Look in the middle of that object. You see that big hole that you've been seeing and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you another one. This is what I had to do for me to do a little gamma ray for me to bring it all out on my little program that I have. You need to take a look. Look at it very carefully now. You know where that you know where that object's at right now?
Where is it?
It's in the south, and it's right there in between our southwest star and the moon.
Okay.
That's the object I believe that's following the moon when it goes down.
Now there's a video that I was going to record and put out for everyone to see today. I caught it again on a webcam at Bondi Beach in Australia. I'm going to see if I could share this with you because I screen captured this this video. It was for today, December 9th, 2016. And what you're about to see scared me to death. I mean, I've been researching this for 13 years now. I've seen tens of thousands of pictures, thousands and thousands of video, but never have I captured or seen anything like this. And let me see if I can bring it up. This whole Google. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we do that, let me show you with one last video so you can actually see what I'm seeing by our moon. This is the object of interest, okay? If you can see that. Then you're gonna take a look right now as I zoom out. That's when I actually have it in regular. I don't have it in infrared right now. That's regular, so I'm letting you know. I'm gonna zoom out away from the moon. When I zoom out, when I zoom back in, I didn't state right there that I put it infrared. Now take a look at this object now. Look where the moon's at. Now take a look at this object where it's coming from. And look at the way the color of now, the way it moved, the way it changed. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not a planet, guy. That's a fucking planet.
Wow.
I caught that myself, dude. Myself. I've been tracking this for freaking a week already. And
Yeah,
I got like six videos of this.
Now, I've had a bunch of videos exactly similar to yours. I've looked at them very, very carefully. I have tried to match them up to Mars because Mars is visible in our sky right now, but there is absolutely no way that you're going to capture Mars on a regular, you know, kind of mid-grade 35mm camera. You're definitely not going to catch it real big and clear on a cell phone camera, as they call it, the 10-cent camera.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need a pretty high-powered, you know, telescopic lens on a camera or a telescope. Okay, but if you're capturing that on your video camera, then you're capturing the same identical planet that a dozen people sent me video on in the past couple of days.
And this is a new star that's in our system now, a new star.
Well, that is a planet, because if you ever take a look at what an out of focus star looks like, it's not, it doesn't look like your video. It doesn't look like your video at all. Now, you know, these other people, that the naysayers, they try to say, oh, you know, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're looking at. Well, you know, that's kind of crap, because before I get into anything that I'm unfamiliar with, I immediately try to educate myself to the best of my abilities on what I'm looking at. So I went ahead and I spent 10 hours on different astronomy websites, very credible ones, looking at stars that were photographed through cameras, video cameras, basic backyard telescopes, and then high-powered observatory telescopes. So I know what the difference of an out-of-focus star looks like. I know what they look like when they're taken, captured by, you know, video cameras, cell phones, whatever. You know, so I'm really getting sick and tired of these idiots telling me that I don't know what I'm looking at, when in fact I do know what I'm looking at. Now, I have hundreds of people that send me photographs every single day. They are photographs of the star Sirius, you know, other stars that they're capturing that they actually think are, you know, Nibiru or Planet X, and I tell them the truth. I email them back and I tell them exactly what they've photographed. And then, you know, they email me back and they're like, oh, okay, you know, what section of the sky should I be looking at? I tell them exactly. I tell them, listen, if you're using a cell phone, download the Compass app on your phone. That way, you know where you're standing on this earth. If you pull up the compass, face the southwest using the compass at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever, at least you'll get a bead on where the southwest is. Now, since I've done that over the past couple of weeks, we've all gotten very, very credible photographs in of what is being seen in the southwest region of the sky. So, you know, the trolls and the naysayers and the debunkers, they only have one rebuttal. They either say, well, maybe they have more than one rebuttal. They either say, oh, you know, that's Venus, or it's an out-of-focus star. Okay, you can't use the rebuttal, it's a lens flare anymore, unless we're taking photographs from Earth at the sun.
Yep.
And I'm so sick and tired of hearing this lens flare crap. You know, I know what the difference between a lens flare is. I know what these camera anomalies look like. I'm not stupid, but you know, they want you to think that you're stupid. They want all of your subscribers to think that you are basically in this for the money. You're in this for the advertising, and you're in this to deceive, lie, and cheat people.
Well, whoever's telling that about you is all lies, because from what I know you and know about you, you're not about money. To tell you the truth, you know, you're a man who doesn't need money. Second,
I mean,
you're here the same way like me and you. We're here to say the truth. We're not here to debunk everybody. I mean, mislead or spread false lies about what's happening. No, we're actually saying the truth. That's the reason why these people are actually getting mad, because we're saying the truth. They want people to be, living a life that's supposed to be like a dream. It's not no dream, let me tell you right now, because when you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna have a damn planet on top of your head, and you're gonna tell me, am I still in this dream or not? You know, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, believe me. I mean, I have many days when I wake up and I want to throw in the towel, but you know that passes by in a matter of minutes when I open up my eyes and I think about, you know, I think about this world. Yeah, you know, look, man, I'm not going to save the freaking world. I'm not Superman, you know, Batman, Robin, you know, but I'll be damned if, you know, if we're going to, you know, we're going to continue to be lied to when we do have very serious threats that are occurring all across our globe. I mean, let's just stop right now and let's take a look at what's happening with all of the earthquakes. Now, you know, I monitor these earthquakes on a daily basis. And I know that you do. I know that you do also. And it's a huge help. But let's just take a look at the last few days. They've had massive earthquakes across this globe. And, you know, let's just thank God right now that, you know, there wasn't a tremendous mass loss of life. But eventually, we're not going to be so lucky. You know, we're not going to be so lucky. The earthquake off the coast of California, okay? If that would have been several hundred miles more inland and not on that fault line right at the base of the Cascadia, that would have been some catastrophic damage in the Ferndale, Eureka, California area. Am I not correct?
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
I mean that's pretty close to where you live, right?
Somewhere about, I'm almost about like, I think about 2 hours away from there, but still,
Yeah,
that's
so
still close.
yeah, so if that earthquake would have been inland, you would have felt that.
Oh yeah.
Now, I spoke with a gentleman today from Mexico. He actually works for a seismology office in Mexico City. He was so mad at how the USGS is not reporting the earthquakes along the western coast of his country, Mexico. He sent me a direct link to the website, which I can now go to, and I can now get real-time seismographic readings on earthquakes that are occurring in Mexico and Central America. We discussed the consistency of their readings and the readings giving out by the USGS. They are so far apart, it is disgusting.
They downgrade everything, man.
Yes, they downgrade it, or they just flat out don't report it. There is a whole entire list of earthquakes over the past 14 days up and down the western coast of Mexico. I myself compared it to the USGS. They don't exist. Why is that? How is that?
BS. False.
I mean, I don't understand why you would want to do this to people.
What I don't understand too is why are they lying about all the earthquakes that are happening? I mean, when we started doing this together, I was showing you the earthquakes in the beginning. They were, what was it? Well, they're like 40,000 a year or something like that, and now all of a sudden they dropped down to 39. It's like, come on, man, it's not 39. There's not no 39,000 earthquakes that are happening now. I mean, shoot, right now we should at least be about 42,000 in the whole year right now. We should at least be there.
What's happening, Steve?
What's happening, Steve, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
All right,
Hey,
right. So,
we are live with WSO, Steve Olson. What's cracking, baby?
Die.
hey, I never say die. I say live.
Until they kill me, then I'll die.
Yeah, we were just.
No, you won't, guys. You won't die, brother. You still be alive, brother.
This is Alex and Steve. This is one of my team members. Alex, he's out in Central California. Does a lot of research work for me. But we were just.
Hey, yeah, man. I'm a very, very big fan of yours too, Steve. Very big fan.
Oh gosh, and Scott and I we are two peas in a pod, man.
Hey, it don't matter, but you guys are the best two peas in that pod right now.
Yeah, and we're also the most wanted.
Yeah, pretty much all over everywhere, man. It's like, dang, why are you guys the most hated people on YouTube right now? Why? I just noticed that. I noticed that right now. You guys are the most hated people on YouTube. You guys are the most people that they talk about a lot. YouTube.
I know. And see, the thing of it is that all they're doing is promoting us. When they try to shut us down and things like that, it just increases our credibility.
Well, yeah, it does. You know, basically, you guys are saying the truth, and somebody out there doesn't like you guys saying the truth, so they got to do something to shut you guys up. You know, they come out with what is it, infragments, whatever they supposedly you take somebody else's photo and you use it. Let me tell you one thing about that issue about somebody using someone else's photo. If I put a photo up here right now, that means I give you guys all the permission to use it, because you know why? That's what it's up there for. Anybody can take any photo they want and use it. I don't understand why they go there to make a big old issue about it. Just like Astro Boy that one day when you guys were on Fight for Freedom. Oh, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna put a fragment. Go ahead, you little crybaby. That's all you are.
Yeah, just for privacy consideration, we're going to refer to him as Astro Boy. We're not even going to use his name because they've already issued a privacy guideline complaint to YouTube about my video that I did about Steve this morning. It has absolutely no merit. I've already sent a very long letter of explanation to the YouTube guideline policy department. They've already been in contact with me by email, and they've already assured me that within 48 hours, there will be no infraction. But let's just get right down into copyright.
All right.
I studied some copyright law whenever I was in college because it was mandatory for my course of study. Everybody knows by now that I worked in advertising for 22 years. I worked for one of the largest international advertising companies on this globe. So I know about copyright infringement. I know all about copyright law. Okay, it could be very vague at points, but you're not going to institute a lawsuit based on a photograph that you do not, repeat, you do not hold a copyright license, and your specific hot pixel photograph of outer space is not filed under your copyright license with the Copyright Office in Washington, D.C. Okay, so the application's $35. Fill it out, and every video, every movie, every music production, everything you do that you want covered under your copyright license must be submitted. So if you're, a big YouTube channel, or you're a musician or a videographer or photographer, then you're going to keep a lawyer pretty busy if you're staying busy. So the bottom line is YouTube has their own platform set up for copyright infringement. It's very, very flawed because people can utilize it to screw around with you, but eventually it doesn't work. And if you're going to go and submit false copyright claims, you're going to end up getting your YouTube channel completely deleted and disbanded from YouTube. So it is a very, very flawed system. They've done it to me. They've done it to me constantly. I send the faxes to YouTube. I go ahead and I rebut the copyright infringements, and they go straight away. I don't even have to wait for the 10 days.
No.
That YouTube
mandates. In fact, just for notice, the two copyright strikes that I was able to see, and the third one was probably the same Sechi bogus one, that was submitted the copyright strike and the name, which they used the name of the Office of Naval Intelligence. That same strike was sent against you for Sechi footage, wasn't it, Scott?
Yes, it was.
And that, guys, just so you know, that's completely bogus. You cannot copyright a Sechi image. That is public information.
Yes,
so
correct.
Not only are they filing a false copyright strike, they are violating federal law by impersonating a government agency.
That's a felony.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I wanted to talk about real quick while we're on that is they knew that they weren't going to be able to shut us down forever. I mean, these are only temporary roadblocks, and they take you down for 5 to 10 days or whatever it is, and they bring you back up again. And YouTube have a channel, so I think that they're giving me grace right now and giving me a little latitude to see what happens. But at the end of the day, why would they want to shut us down right now? Why now? Why not next month? Or why not? Because they didn't try to shut us down before. I've never gotten a copyright strike until